found the love of liberty in the fires of hope and prayer. With boundless faith in our destiny, we solemnly declare. Side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea, this our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation.
Heavenly Father, we come before you at the start of this new day, giving thanks for life, for health, and the opportunity to serve through this station. We ask for your divine presence to guide us in all we do. Bless this broadcast, that it may be a source of inspiration, joy, and unity to all who tune in. Whether near or far, may our words uplift, our music heal, and our message bring light to those who need it most. We pray for our listeners, wherever they may be. Grant them strength for the day ahead, peace in their hearts, and success in all they put their hands to. Cover those traveling with your protection, and those at home with your comfort and provision. Lord, may everything we do bring honor to you and be a blessing to others. Guide our steps, bless our efforts, and let this station be a vessel of positivity and hope. In your name we pray. Amen.
Your voice, your soundtrack, your station. New Era TT Radio. NETT Radio.
Once upon a time there was a magic island full of magic people. Let me tell you a story about their pain and their glory. Oh yeah. Many rivers flow to this naked eye, bringing fear and pain, but also a brand new style. And of all these rivers that shape this land, two mighty ones moved like a sculptor's hand. And today those hands across the land, man, is still landscaping. And there's no doubt we can work it out, there is no escaping. As the river flows, there are those who will change its passage. But every common man got to understand up and send a message. So put up your hand if you understand. Now come, see how we moving, watch how we grooving, see how we step in style. One lovely nation under a groove, the Ganges don't meet the Nile. Them boys with the hidden agendas and the mind benders, people don't take in front. They are smart men and politicians can come along if they want, cause the people got the power, and the glory. See how we float in style, see how we moving, watch how we grooving. The Ganges has met the Nile. Brother, bring your drum. Let me start to beat. Don't mind them politics, politicians. I with the tricky situation. We done jamming and we jamming and we jamming and jam, cause we know the story. Let them fight if they want in this land of the deferred glory. But put up your hand if you understand. Now come, see how we moving, watch how we grooving, see how we step in style. One lovely nation under a groove. The Ganges done meet the Nile. Them boys with the hidden agendas and the mind benders, they will always do their due. Various smart men and politicians, them could come along too, cause we moving with the power and the glory, 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 glory. See how we float in style. See how we moving, watch how we grooving. The Ganges has met the night. See how we moving, watch how we grooving, see how we float in style. One lovely nation under a groove. The Ganges done meet the Nile. Them boys with the hidden agendas and the mind benders, they will always do their due. But now that we holding hand, trotting to the promised land, them could come along too, cause we moving with the power and the glory. See how we float in style. One lovely nation heading to salvation. The Ganges done meet the night. My people, oh my people, keep your head on at all times. Understand up and be counted. Understand up
Wake
and
up,
be
rise up. It's the NETT Radio Breakfast Show. Bringing you the energy, music, and vibes to start your day right.
And send a message. Stand up and be
Stand up and be counted. Send a message this morning, every morning.
counted.
Good morning, Trinidad. Good morning to Tobago. Neighbors of the Caribbean, good day to you.
Yeah.
How are you people doing? Hoping that you had a good weekend and
And send a message. Stand up and
that you're ready for everything that will be coming your way this day.
understand up and be counted.
Of course, this is a NETT Radio, NETT Radio.
Be counted, yeah.
Heartbeat of the Caribbean, we taking you above and beyond.
And send a message.
As always, I want to say much thanks to the Heavenly Father for bringing us together for another day.
Understand up,
Everything that we do, dear God, let it be a blessing on to you.
understand.
Ganges and the Nile,
Yeah.
when they meet,
And send a message. Stand up and be counted.
I'll be Babio's Sir Charles. Happy am I to be in the space with you as always. As we welcome you to your Get Up and Go. Everybody, welcome to the Monday edition of The Breakfast Show.
Get up, it's the time to start the day. The breakfast show is here, we bring in the soca way.
Yeah. Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The breakfast show got the vibes turned on. From Maracas Bay to the Savannah line, let's start the day in Caribbean prime. Good vibes rolling through the air. The breakfast show, energy everywhere. We talk, we laugh, we make you think. Grab your doubles or your morning drink.
Good morning, good morning.
Open your eyes, feel the light. Everything's gonna be alright. Good morning, we're wishing you a colorful day. Let the sunshine guide you on your way. Smile a little, let your worries fade. Good morning, May your heart feel light and free. So much joy in everything you see. Good morning, yeah, a beautiful day. Good morning.
Good morning. Such a beautiful day. Yeah. Get up, get up. Good morning, everybody. And of course, welcome to the breakfast show. And of course, yeah, we are here on NETT Radio. It's good to be in your company. Sir Charles, and let me say good morning to my co-host, Richard, and of course, Wendell, who is there or he's not there. I'm not sure. But good morning, everybody. Good morning, guys. I know you, as I did, not there, your mic muted. Uh-huh. All right, he's probably not there as yet. All right, okay, cool, no problem. Well, we are here with you, and it's good to be here with you on the breakfast show. Thanks for being with us. I hope that the weekend was a good one for you, whatever you chose to do with it. This weekend for me, I really didn't do too much. Somehow I get tied up on the weekend with everything else that I have to do now, where the station is concerned. So I don't get to move around too much on the weekend anymore. But all in all, it was a good one. It started out Friday to Saturday. We had some rain, and that felt really good. I'm hoping that this coming week we can get some more rains. Yeah, but for now, all in all, it was a beautiful weekend. Yeah, so I'm trusting that you guys, wherever you may be, that you had a good weekend also. All right, so see, Wendell is joining us now. Hi,
Yeah,
Wendell.
morning, Sir Charles. I did send a message in the chat that I'm running a little late. Morning, Sir Charles. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. And good morning, listeners and viewers all over the globe. It's Monday morning. It's a kind of wet Monday morning, especially in the east, I guess. But yeah, we're happy to be in the land of the living. Happy birthday to Christine Idu, Philomen Green. I think Philomen listens to this show. Frank Pereira, Simba Philip, Diane Boxill, Diane John, Tamara Hines. Lots of people celebrating birthdays today. And yesterday would have been the birthday of Zico Ramgwa, who was buried on Saturday. So he was buried on Saturday, and his birthday would have been Sunday. Isn't that a thing? Anyway, morning to my friends. I saw so many people at that funeral I haven't seen for such a long time. It was such a coming together of friends of the Ramgwa family.
This is the St. James person, or what?
Yeah, the St. James person who passed. Yeah. As I said, I saw plenty of people I haven't seen for quite a while. So good morning to Ainsley and Arlene. I know that you will recover from this, because I know it's going to be a long road recovering from it, but you're strong people and you have a lot of nice people around you. So yeah. Anybody else celebrating a birthday today? What is today's date? June 15th? Is it? June 15th. All right, we've got a holiday this week, of course, coming up Friday. It's Labor Day. So we look forward to that. We love holidays. So it's a short week, So enjoy it. It looks like it could be a mixed weather week, Lots of football over the weekend. I watch football. I binge watch football over the weekend.
Wow. But you believe I wasn't able to watch any of the games?
No, man. How is that possible?
I haven't been able to look at any of the games so far.
All right. I thoroughly enjoyed the Morocco game. Yeah. The Morocco-Brazil game. I enjoyed Japan yesterday, coming from behind and drawing with the Netherlands. You know what I mean? Managed sent a message to me one time. Managed to say, "Oh God, boy, Wendell, I need to go out and celebrate, but I can't drink." But I'm sure the whole of Japan was very happy when they came back at the death to equalize and get a point against the Netherlands.
Yeah, that's
and of course, yeah. I enjoyed Cote d'Ivoire beating Ecuador yesterday. I enjoyed the football this weekend, actually. Of course, Germany. One thing about Germany, I always tell people, once Germany gets in front of that goal, they are going to score. And they scored 7 against help me now, Armenian Curacao. Curacao actually first time ever they in a World Cup. A country of what 100, just over between 100 and 150,000 people, and they actually scored a goal to equalize against Germany. Well, then after that, German just started pounding.
They just get them vexed.
Yeah. Germany has a lot of black people playing for them. I was kind of almost taken aback. I know that they've had black people before, but I didn't realize there were so many of them now playing for Germany. I don't even think anybody have a German name on that team. You know, the days of Rummenigge and Müller and Beckenbauer, them names don't exist in Germany anymore. You know?
That's an interesting development, huh?
Yeah. Very interesting. Because they have a lot of black players. You know, I was highly impressed. But you know, as I say, I'm backing all the African nations. I'm backing any team with African people in it. And I'm backing any team that plays against Argentina and the US.
And the US.
Any team.
Alright, okay.
And if the Argentina play in US, I don't care what happens.
But one of those teams are going to be in the final, you know.
Well, Argentina or US?
Yeah, one of them going to be in the finals. Yeah.
You think so? No.
Yeah, I believe so.
No, it's time an African nation get to the finals of a World Cup and win. You know?
Well, today we have let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4 games. One today. Today's the 15th, right? So we have Belgium playing Iran, and there's lots of controversy where the tickets are concerned, where that is, you know, on allocation. Then we have New Zealand is playing Egypt. Uruguay is playing.
Well, I'm back in Egypt, naturally.
Yeah. What is the name of this country? Cabo Verde?
Cote d'Ivoire?
CAB.
Nah, Cote d'Ivoire played yesterday. That's Ivory Coast. They played last night.
Okay. Well, that game must be see what time was that game. It's saying 6 p.m. Okay. All right.
They played last night.
How you pronounce it?
Cote d'Ivoire. Well, Ivory Coast is Ivory Coast.
Oh, it's Ivory Coast.
But Cote d'Ivoire is French. Yeah.
I've seen the CAB one, so I remember the Cabostana.
Okay.
So I said Cabo. And then we have Spain. It's supposed to be up again. Saudi Arabia today.
Yeah, a lot of Spanish fans, I feel. You know? Yeah. But of course, all these countries, bar Argentina is the only country that don't have a black person in it. Everybody else has a black person playing for them. Even Japan goalkeeper is a black man, you know, Sir Charles. The Japanese goalkeeper named Suzuki, but he's a black man, you know. He's from Ghanaian and Portuguese, I think, heritage. Born in America though, but goalkeeping for Japan. And he's black.
Well, maybe according to Crazy, in time to come, Argentina might have an African playing.
Probably. Too racist.
Yeah, but that is interesting. You know, how do they explain that in today's world? Maybe there are no Africans that try out for the team.
No, but I mean, I was surprised. But Manish tell me, I think he's saving for them like 2 years now. You know, and he did a pretty good job in goal. You know, but I enjoyed the little football that I watched. I didn't watch all the games, naturally. Some of the games watched me. But yeah, I enjoyed the football this week.
You're making an effort. You saw some football and stuff.
Yeah. I wanted Morocco to beat Brazil.
Break turn Begonian's heart, but you want to break turn Begonian's heart early in the game, boy? What? Begonian's going down tonight. I said that, you know.
I don't know, Robert Harper would have been on the chat crying this morning if he had yellings. You know, but Brazil is always a team with a lot of flair and so on. But I thought Morocco played better than them. You know, I thought Morocco played a better game than that. You know.
Okay.
And then you need to adjust the camera so your head not looking like you're sinking in.
Yeah, you know why? Because of the device I'm using and because of the way it is, I cannot do anything about it. I tried putting it on a stand. If I put it flat on the desk, I will get more of me. Is that better?
Yes.
All right, so I'll leave it down. But the only thing is I have to be looking down at it all the time.
It's better visually.
Okay, so I'll leave it there.
The other way it looks like you're struggling to. Yes, I want to talk.
Yeah.
That's how I look at.
Yeah, I wish I could maybe I could put something behind it and kind of raise it up a bit. Maybe.
Yeah, like a book or something.
Yeah, it's a new device, as I say, I'm using. It's not my laptop, but let me try to raise it here.
Yeah. Well, but where you had it, all of that is better, but where you had it just now is fine. You know, in terms of.
I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
All right, I'll leave it there. I still have to look down though, but it's a lot better. Yeah. All right. So morning, Richard. How are you?
Good morning, guys, and good morning to our listeners and viewers wherever you are across the planet in whatever time zone. Good morning, Wendell and Sir Charles.
Good day, Richard.
I'm not really been following the football. As you're talking about football, I'm not really following it too much.
You ain't follow no football over the weekend?
Really, absolutely none. Because once Trinidad and Tobago is not in it, I have very much less interest. Because I'm not a huge football fanatic.
No, me understand that statement. Trinidad and Tobago only make one World Cup.
Exactly. So understand it now.
My God.
So then I just tend to just support the CONCACAF region because that's what our region is. And I think the rest of the world has a kind of disdain for the CONCACAF region in my head. So I'd be like, I wish the CONCACAF region wins it. Which probably includes the United States because they're part of CONCACAF. Yeah. So that's all I could. But with Germany, remember, Germany has been more liberal than most, especially in terms of the Syrian refugees and some other refugees, in terms of allowing them in under Angela Merkel. She opened up Germany a lot. And really, I think beyond the humanitarian side of it, a lot of it was also economic. Because the birth rate, like in many developed countries, has stalled. And so the level of growth in terms of the young people and the percentile needed to keep an economy moving, I think they would have calculated that and said, look, we need much more immigration and from different demographics, even to keep that percentage. The United States maybe doesn't suffer from it as much as other, I'm subject to correction, I think because Hispanics, are still very much, they have so many countries from all over the world in the United States. I think it's the one place that, there is a multiple immigration from every country, which is a kind of strength for the United States. Unfortunately, this current administration doesn't see that. But it's one of the strengths of the United States, why the United States is the way it is, in terms of why it's the economic powerhouse it is.
Yeah.
And it's because of that diversity and because of the percentile of people from all over the world. But because it has been able to draw a lot of the best from around the world too. Unlike, let's say, China or Russia. And then, of course, China had its own problems with the Cultural Revolution from 1966 to 1976. Was it around then? Was the Cultural Revolution? And during that Cultural Revolution, hundreds of thousands of the best minds. Remember, that was when under Mao, when a lot of scientists and teachers and academics were murdered or committed suicide because it was a very anti-intellectual era. And that China has risen to what it is today, despite the Cultural Revolution and the setback of that period. In terms of the intellectual power of China is really astonishing. And that China still was able to emerge. It meant if you didn't do that, where would China have been today?
can imagine that.
You remember me, and one of the, I suppose, the negative effects of that cultural revolution is why China, no matter how heavy-handed a lot of the policies are in China, the country kind of just goes along with it because of that period in where dissent and independent thinking was so thwarted in a very violent way with the Revolutionary Guard and all of that it became what it is. I don't know why I'm talking about China so much. Yeah. But just to put it in context, in terms of how the United States is peculiar in that sense, in that it has been a draw unlike other countries. And your diversity is often a huge part of your strength. Bring that down to Trinidad, and of course Trinidad is more diverse than many. And it's a strength that we often don't realize what a powerful strength it is. Mm-hmm. And then you see Parliament descend into what they descended in over the last couple of days. Mm-hmm. So when you look at Parliament and how they're both shouting at each other and what it has descended into, and there's a lot of race animus involved as a subtext in it, mm-hmm. it is astonishing for Trinidad and Tobago that has grown up in so many ways. We have always grown up with each other. And to see it where both sides are virtually shouting at each other, and there is absolutely no adult in the room. And the adult ultimately should be the Prime Minister, who should temper it and de-escalate it in terms of her leadership. But she's part of the adding, wood to the fire. And so it's like, who's the adult in the room to take control of the de-escalation? Because the hurling back and forth, whether you believe somebody's right or somebody's wrong, is not good in terms of the optics for the country. Yeah. And somebody has to be mature enough and say, okay, we need to take all of this down on both sides. And I'm not seeing who that is. It's not the Speaker.
Definitely not.
It's not the Prime Minister, and it doesn't seem to be the leader of the opposition.
No.
So who is it? So there seems to be a vacuum in terms of that mature leadership in the parliamentary chamber. And that's worrying to me. That's what I have to say on that.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's so much to say on that. And
don't say too much on it right now because we move ahead a little too fast.
You silencing me like the Speaker?
Yeah.
What the hell just happened there, Richard?
Let's do our good news and come back.
Just silence me like how the Speaker silencing me.
This is the side of TNT you don't see every day. When I was in Form 4 and Form 5, I started taking lessons because maths wasn't my strong point. So to ensure that I did well in exams in that subject, my mommy decided to send me to lessons. If you're from South, Faizabad, Superior side to be particular, you know Mr. Joseph by the quarters down there. Now, as I would have said before, my mother worked taxi to send me to school. Now you know taxi work is $1, $5, $10, $20. Like the elders say, one drop fill the bucket, one cocoa fill the basket, every mickle make a muckle, same concept. When it came to paying Mr. Joseph the money when the time came, my mother used to give me a fat amount of money to give that man. I can't remember what the price was, but it wasn't no killer price. But of course, when survival is the priority, it would still be something that you have to sacrifice for. And that was the case. One day I was giving him the money. He watched down on the money, he watched me, and he paused for like 2-3 seconds, and he said something to the effect of, take the lessons for free. And from that moment, I got free maths lessons straight up until examination time. On top of that, not only maths, but he also gave me English for free. So a few months passed now, results came, and of the many subjects that I got a 1 for, maths and English wasn't there. Mr. Joseph, if you see this video, you probably forget my face, but thank you. Thank you, and I know I'm probably not the only one. But had it not been for Mr. Joseph and his kindness, I might have probably been doing maths over and over again until I got it. Mr. Joseph, Miss Chatu, they are only a handful of the many people doing these small things with great impact in our country that is positively impacting and influencing and changing people's lives every day. This is the side of TNT you don't see every day. And follow me for more stories.
Okay.
You know what's a good point about what she said there too, in that sits with me, that teachers have such tremendous impact on students, and sometimes people who are part of that teaching profession, I don't know if they know it, in terms of how they deal with students and the passion with which they have their job. I know a lot of teachers are very passionate about what they do and their love for teaching, and I know some maybe less so, but there are a lot of teachers that are very passionate. But teachers, in how you deal with students, that stays with students, believe it or not, throughout their lives. And you remember really good teachers as an adult. You remember the impact they have they've had on your life. And so that profession of teaching is really, it's really one that I always feel what teachers ask for in terms of remuneration, give it to them. Have the accountability and have whatever the results that you require, but they play an important part in terms of the impressions they leave on children and the worldview that children have in terms as they grow, as they grow into adulthood. And I think that's one of the points that she was making there.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody. I don't think there's anybody who does not have a fond memory of a teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's some teachers that you feared as a child. I remember some teachers that I was afraid of when I was, because of how they carried on or how they handled their class. And you were like, God, I hope I don't get that teacher when I move up to standard 4 or standard 3, and you say, oh, I don't get that one. And bam, you get that one. and so you have a certain amount of anxiety going to school every morning, which shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. You also remember those,
Anyway, let's greet the folks in the chat, Richard, before we get silence again. Muted. Before they mute our mics.
Next time you do that, take a picture.
Yeah, I definitely gonna be taking picture.
Yeah.
Anytime I might get muted.
I think that's the solution.
Anyway, Kurt Hope came in very early last night from Nashville, Tennessee. Margaret Thomas says good morning. Eunice Dublin, Robert Allen, Valerie Mendoza, Joyce Phillip, Odell Guy from Sangre Grande, Trinman, Felix Kozo, Pamela O'Connor, give thanks for another day in the land of the living. Kenny in Harlem, Diane Payne, Erica Charles, Arlene Lewis, Marcia Rock, Michael Cadet, Carol Guevara, Ava Smith, Apollonius, Kerwin Duke, that's a name I haven't seen in a while. Victor Phillips says good morning. Empress Reyes Lal, Michael Eastman, Tatian Charles sending greetings to Arlene and Stephen. Beefy Smith, Trinidad Margot, Sherwin and Juliet Kerr, Marlon Motley from North Valsain, Debbie Modeste, Brent Akshaw, Randy Kelly, Doreen Pierre, Sis Super, Garvin Frank from Powder Magazine, Wendy Ann James, cricket, West Indies won the T20 cricket season. Oh, I didn't even know West Indies played Sri Lanka last night in the third match. I watched the second match on Saturday. I didn't realize there was a third match last night. Ingrid from Tucson, Arizona, and Noel from Oshawa, Ontario, Prava Ramdial, Ron DeSantis Jr., Joe. Good morning, folks. We need a special good news this morning because it's tough. It is. Elizabeth says, blessed morning. Benedict Sigulam, Sankofa, Senj, Serge? I don't know. Sergi, I'm not sure. David McCarthy, Manuela Peters. What link do you use to live football? I got it. I have it on Rush, on Flow TV, Rush channel. I think it's 501 or 502, some one of them. That's it. That's where I get the football sense. Deborah Noel Surratt says, today is my birthday. All right. I mentioned to Wendell that my birthday is coming up and I will come down to Rumbox, and he said it's better to come on a Friday. Well, Friday I will come. Come Thursday, because Friday is a public holiday. So we probably won't lime late on Friday. If Appa opens at all, that is. No, well, wait. Is Ayada open? Appa gone? I think Appa gone. Yeah, you got it. So I will be working actually, but come Thursday, you'll meet all my family there. Magic says, Grand Rising, gentlemen. Beauty culture. I forget I had to work this week, My God. Margarita Chow, Ron DeSantis Jr. says World Cup finals is between Portugal and USA. Yeah. Mrs. R says, okay, she's trying to speak French.
Good morning, Mrs. R.
She's speaking French. Bonjour tout le monde. Bernadette and Alicia Yates. Comme ça. Robert Taylor says, good morning. David Wares, you will not see a black man playing for Argentina. Yeah. And
time to come. Time to come.
All right, we'll see. Chris Tusa says, Grand Rising, gentlemen, I spent some quality time with my grandsons watching football. Wendell, I will fight you for Brazil. Haiti played well. I didn't see the Haiti match. But yeah, I know a lot of Trinidadians. I know a lot of people like Brazil. I'm not a Brazil fan. If they win, they win. I don't wish that they lose. But except
like Netherlands for some reason, I always like Netherlands.
Netherlands, yeah. Sankofa says, Wendell, look at so much football. Okay, his head shining. Everybody head shining. It might be your camera, but I have a light right over my head too. Colted Finch, Ozzy Molino, Julia Samantha, a lot of rechatters here. Dean Allen says, Richard, correction, the US might have come from post-World War II, where the many Euro countries were destroyed. They had a great economic and military advantage.
And how did the US win World War II?
You asking me or Dean?
Through immigrant power. In terms of what they would have done in Hiroshima and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And power. And that's the point I'm making. Immigration to the United States has always been a bedrock into innovation because it has always attracted the best.
Yes. All right. Terence Brown says, gentlemen, I want to be very humble. I happen to be the only person in Trinidad who has studied race at the terminal tertiary level. So I am available. Terminal tertiary? I'm not sure if that's what you meant to type. Apollina says, I know Mr. Joseph. He was a great teacher, helping a lot of people, even my grandson. Michael Robinson from Yokohama, Japan, who celebrated last night with a beer or two. A lot of rechatters here.
Yeah.
Colted Finn says, great, good news. Who's that young lady? I'm not sure, but I've seen her before. David Ware's wonderful video today. Blessing shared. When they'll get, they take off my mic, boy. They mute my mic, Mrs. R. Just a nice guy says, well said, Richard. Trinidad can teach the world a few good things, but we got to stop, reflect, and curb that racial hatred, especially in Parliament. Come on, Trinis. Unity is a stronger glue. And it mostly rears its head in the politics, Yep. Generally, it doesn't. You know what I mean? Diana Hamill says, good morning, Caribbean girl. Good morning, gentlemen. Even the manner in which the speaker slammed the desk in frustration while speaking to the clerk. Power shows a person's true personality. Thesis, this is Terence Brown saying his thesis was the triangle of pluralism, the mirage of cultural affinity, the illusion of political power, and the masking of economic dominance. Red Fire, peace to the gods. Stephanie Santana says, good morning. Beauty culture, Richard, I can attest to that. But back in my day, we got free lessons. Teachers would remain after school and give lessons. Yes, until they found out they could actually make an extra dollar. Sankofa is chatting. Joe says, I really want to hear you guys take on the nonsense happening in Parliament. Well, we probably will play a couple of the clips. Michael Robinson, 2 brothers playing in the World Cup, 1 for Sweden, 1 for Germany. Derek Duncan, morning to the breakfast show. Kim Govaya, good morning. All just disturbed with the disappearance.
Wishing happy belated anniversary to his wife, Laverne. You can't just pass the man straight. So.
Who is that? Oh, sorry, Derek, I missed that. Happy anniversary to you and your wife, Laverne. Happy belated to my wife, Laverne. So is this an anniversary of her birth or your wedding anniversary? That is what you didn't make clear.
I think it's wedding anniversary, I assume.
Yeah, but some people use birth anniversary too, eh?
So it was Ricardo's birthday actually. So happy
yesterday,
birthday.
I saw that come up, you know.
Yeah, even though I told him yesterday, I called him yesterday.
Kim Govaya says good morning. Ava Smith also said good morning. Cheryl Maraj and Scorpion Pepper. And a special good morning to Mahi, who is holidaying right now in Ethiopia with her family. Morning Mahi, and morning Fifi, and morning Captain Ron, and morning Selemwit, and all the folks out there in Ethiopia. God willing, in October you will see me. I'm planning for October for my birthday to come up to Ethiopia. All right, so God willing, you will see me. All right, those are the greetings on the chat.
All right, so on the WhatsApp, we had Frank out there in Aruka coming in very early. Archbishop Ashton Clark, good morning to you. Miss St. Augustine, Shuma Paul, good morning. Of course, who else we have? Judith out there in Mount St. George, Tobago. Brenda in Pina, Zina out there in Arima. Rena Bodo Jennings down in the West, good day to you. Mr. Billy Powder Magazine people. And also good morning to Mr. Beeps. All right, so we're going for that break. It's going to be a tight one coming back. Feel some things are going to the next hour. Wendell, the poll?
Oh, but you don't want to chat. You read the chat. You ask Richard his views. Richard gave you his views and actually tell you which day to use which poll. You didn't see all that?
No, I didn't go back.
Bumbo. I think this.
Get ready.
The road to football's biggest stage starts right here on NETT Radio and Guile TV. Join us for Inside the Net, the road to FIFA World Cup 2026 Insights. Every weekday, take a journey through World Cup history, legendary players, unforgettable goals, football's greatest nations, rising stars, iconic stadiums, and the stories behind a beautiful game. From Brazil to Argentina, Germany to France, and every nation chasing football glory. Join us daily at 7:55 a.m. and 11:55 a.m. Don't just watch the World Cup, live the passion. Inside the Net, road to FIFA World Cup 2026 Insights.
Calling all you NETT Radio listeners and fans. It's time to pack your cooler. Join us for NETT Radio's Color Week Cooler Crew in red, white, and black. On board the luxurious Island Royalty, Saturday, the 15th of August, boarding at 7 p.m. from Harcourt's Shagaramas. We sail at 8 p.m. sharp. Enjoy great music all night long from your favorite NETT DJs, Sir Chad, CJ, Mr. Flavor, Duck International, RJ, and Flockman.
Come show them you's a big
Early bird tickets are just $200 after $250. Get your tickets now at Crosby St. James, Bobby's Baccarat, Fats International in Arima, K Square Fashions at C3 Center, West Mall, Eastgate Mall, and all NETT DJs. No glass bottles allowed. Bring your coolers, bring your crew, and let's celebrate together. NETT Radio, Color Week, Cooler Crew, Saturday, August the 15th, aboard the Island Royalty. For information, call 638-2609 or 497-7173. Color Week, on the scene. S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Are you taking care of your sexual health and overall well-being? At Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, we believe your confidence, wellness, and intimacy matter. Visit us at our convenient locations: 10 Carmody Street, St. Augustine, Edinburgh, Chaguanas, Shops of Daybay, 95 Circular Road, Vistabella, Docks Ranch Lightpole 51, SS Aaron Road, Penal, and Metro Hotel, Suite 1, Number 2 Knoll Street North, Couva. From relaxing massage services to professional guidance on sexual wellness, we are here to support you every step of the way. Consult with renowned sexologist Dr. Raj Ramnanan for expert advice tailored to your needs. Take the first step toward a healthier, more confident you. Call 285-9739 or 645-4543 to book your appointment today. Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, where wellness meets confidence.
Scandal in Citrus is back in Port of Spain, and yep, we're finally at Queen's Hall for 2 nights only on Saturday the 27th of June at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday the 28th at 6:30 p.m. Tickets available at the usual outlets and online. You can now buy tickets on our website, rsrrproductions.com. We think you'll like it. And at the Queen's Hall box office, 12 noon to 6 p.m. daily. Scandal in Citrus. We're at Queen's Hall.
Scandal in Citrus.
All right, we are back. Just some other greetings to Black Leo, Nicola McNichols, and Kim Govaya. Kim mentioned, I don't know if you all saw the news last night about this plane that left St. Vincent and had disappeared.
Is that weird?
It's very weird. I mean, St. Vincent literally right there.
So, and I know, of course, Trinidad and Tobago controls that air traffic area, region, because I think we control something like 750,000 square miles, almost into half of the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
From at least part of it. And so it's bizarre, and you haven't heard any word from the authorities, like, like what exactly happened, when it disappeared, what they think might have accounted for it. So I suppose maybe we'll get some more information today.
Yeah, at first it came across like if it was a hoax, like if it was some kind of thing, but then it started to make mainstream news, and I'm saying, what is going on here? Where could that plane have gone?
Yeah.
It ain't much places it could go. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's hope we get some good information coming up. There was something else I wanted to raise. Anyway, let me go straight into the newspaper. Today, of course, is Monday, June 15th. Oh, by the way, Mr. Grant and Fran Romani collected their prizes. It's just Robert Taylor to go, right? Don't waste opportunities. That's the main headline in today's Express. That is a comment coming from Finance Minister Devendranath Thakur. As Finance Minister delivers the media review today, business groups call on government to grow tourism, support small enterprises, right? Don't waste opportunities. And there's a picture of Minister Thakur. The picture is also that of Germany fans as they celebrate the team's win against Curacao at the all-out sports bar Port of Spain. Germany won 7-1. All-out, I think it's still, and Gary Griffith still has something to do with that. He always sends me these messages every day. Whatever is happening at all. Venezuelan woman stabbed to death. That's also on the front page. Chamber cut red tape, boost growth. Abood fix structural weaknesses. We need to protect our children. There was a candlelight vigil for Mercedes over the weekend. Diego Martin man shot dead. Venezuelan man abducted after business meeting. rideshare driver escapes robbery in Laventille. Did you all see that video? He did well. He did very well to get away and to knock one of them down. You understand? And the guy showed up apparently seeking medical attention and was arrested. Excellent. Anyway, court awards man $225,000 after being jailed over dismissed case. Those are all trending stories, and of course, lots of sports, cricket, football, and of course, the Tobago new airport terminal opens soon. All right, that's also in the news. All right, so that's today's Express, not online. That's the actual Express.
All right, the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian. The headline, "We are not biased. Parliamentary staff deny claims of deliberately muting MPs' microphones following allegations made by leader of government business." Tobago Airport Terminal fully certified, ready for opening. Zakuru TNT in regional search for missing plane. Stakeholders eye Tanku as he delivers media budget review. Opposition leader Labre MP joined Mercedes vigil in Los Iros. Terra calls for state intervention to drive housing developments, and that's of course Terra, the real estate agency, I guess, real estate development. Fines, forests, and food. Tougher penalties could reshape rural livelihoods in Trinidad and Tobago. Tourism stakeholders not optimistic about budget review. Agriculture in Trinidad and Tobago becoming precarious, stakeholders say, and Moody's revises TNT's outlook to stable, which is good news. Somebody stoops in the background.
No, my sinuses, boy. I don't stoop to that. I wouldn't stoop to that. The sinuses giving me a little trouble this morning.
Okay, Ram Logan urges government to allow exchange of old $100 notes after court ruling. Aircraft missing on flight to Tobago. And rideshare driver knocks down bandit in field robbery. Sri Lanka Stormat Level T20 series with an all-round masterclass in Kingston. Rising Stars renews rivalries at Juvenile Champs. Colombia's Quintero Ortega headline Carnival of Speed and Speed Paradise, and West Indies women ready for crucial rematch against New Zealand. So that's just some of the stories in the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian this morning. I see that a lot of that cricket is on Prime Live. Yeah, is it on Prime Live? Yeah, I think so.
Where's Prime Live? Rush?
No, like Prime Video.
Oh, okay, I
Is
don't.
it Prime Video, boy? Or is it one of those channels on streaming? I saw a lot of the cricket coming across live. I can't remember which one. I did, fear not, Wendell, I didn't click it to watch it. I just saw it in the little box saying live.
Anyhow, people, did you know? And then we come back, Mr. Speaker.
Did you know that the NAACP once had a black man with blonde hair and blue eyes walk right into lynch mobs because white supremacists didn't realize that he was black? Yeah, his name was Walter Francis White. And that's how he uncovered the truth that this country tried to hide. And once you hear what he did, you'll understand why his name should be everywhere. Walter was born in Atlanta in 1893. Blonde hair, blue eyes, but both his parents were black. And when he was 13, the Atlanta race massacre exploded across his city. White mobs roaming the streets, people fleeing for their lives, buildings burning. He watched it all from his family's rooftop. And that was the moment he learned exactly what this country was. And he carried that memory with him forever. He didn't join the NAACP because he wanted a title or attention. He joined because he wanted the truth. Not rumors, not white newspaper lies. The real facts about racial violence. And he realized something. Because of the way he looked, he could get into places that no other black investigator could safely go. So when towns tried to hide lynchings, Walter walked right in. He traveled to small towns right after the violence happened, when emotions were high and people were still on edge, pretending to be a white journalist. Sheriffs talked to him, politicians talked to him, and mob members bragged to him. They gave him names, motives, details, not knowing they were talking to a black man. He ended up investigating over 40 lynchings firsthand. That's not exaggeration, that's documented. During the Elaine Massacre investigation in Arkansas, his luck ran out. Someone figured him out and word spread fast. Men started gathering with guns. He ran to the train station, jumped on a moving train, and escaped with seconds to spare. Most people would have stopped after that. Walter Francis White went back into the field. He documented the truth that white newspapers refused to print. Police involvement, coordinated mobs, fabricated accusations, crowds treating lynchings like public events, whole towns protecting murderers. His investigation into the lynching of Mary Turner, a pregnant black woman, shook the nation. It forced Congress to confront what the South had been covering up. Walter Francis White didn't fight racism from a podium. He walked into the violence, he walked into the lies. He walked into the same mobs that killed our people and made them hand him the evidence. He didn't just record the truth, he risked his life to drag it into light. That's the kind of revolutionary that America hopes you never learn about. Say his name, Walter Francis White.
All right, I guess we could get straight into, I don't know if you want to play the clip that we want to base the poll on. Of course, we're going to base the poll this morning on that issue in the parliament in terms of the accusation, the allegation that a parliament staff was how I should put it, attacked, for want of a better word, where an MP went up to him and took his picture and accused them of muting the mics of MPs in the parliament. And I mean, I thought that was hilarious, simply because are they all supposed to mute mics when you're not speaking? So I didn't quite follow what happened. Maybe they made errors in terms of when they might have put it back on, but you control your mic.
Yeah, but not every, even if it was an error, Wendell, not every error has to be a confrontation.
Sure.
In that kind of way. So the level of hubris to react in that kind of way and be so dramatic about it is unfortunate and disheartening.
Yes, I'm totally agreeing with you.
And it comes back to what I said on Friday, that this government doesn't come across warm and friendly. It comes across cold, distant, and harsh. And if they want to continue in power in terms of winning another election, they need to change that.
Well, yeah.
In terms of their PR strategy, I don't know why they think that is a good strategy for long-term positioning in power, because it's not. Being rude, being brash, being heartless, and being cold and distant is not a replacement for courtesy, manners, and proper behavior in terms of a society. It's not a replacement. It may have a momentary surge, but it's not a replacement.
And why is it? It's almost like if it's okay, because we have spoken about some of the senators in the Senate, and I mean some of the MPs. Why is that necessary? Why? I don't know. But that's the people. That's how those people are. Those people would do it that way before. Let's face it. We went out and supported a party that we knew that these people existed and the way they operated. We knew that. The country knew that before. Okay? The country knew the exuberance of these people, the attitude of these people before. So how do we fix it? I don't know.
Who is these people you're talking about? The senators?
I'm talking about not just the senators. The senators formed part of that party, but even some of the MPs in the way they conducted themselves. They've always been like that. That ain't nothing new. You understand? Nothing new came out of that parliament. Nothing new. Nothing surprised me. Listening to Michelle Benjamin shout too, that didn't surprise me. Nothing surprised me.
As I said, courtesy and empathy can be substituted in the short term for that kind of callous disregard for proper, behavior and courtesy. But it's short term. It doesn't last long, because courtesy and empathy often will eventually always win out in terms of how people look at you. and how people respect you.
Yep.
And so they need to find their way back in terms of whoever their PR strategist is either they not listening to them, because that's not a strategy for the long term.
Yeah. And I want to tell PNM at the same time, don't fall into that trap. PNM does not have a history like that. Don't fall into that trap when you all go down that road too and spew racist comments. Don't do it. Don't fall for that trap. Please. Anyway, our poll is up, people. Should the speaker, we would love to show you the clip. I guess we'd show it after the news. Should the speaker have protected the parliament staff member who was accused of mutant mites and they were saying that this is not the first time so why should a young man or any young person feel that kind of threat coming from parliamentarians? Huh? Sickening, man. Anyway, that's our poll.
All right, so the poll is up and we are going for the news. And when we come back, we will tell you how you voted and also take your calls on the other side of the news. This is The Breakfast Show.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is NETT Radio News Now.
This is News Now on NETT Radio and Guile TV. I am Derek McMillan. Thank you for joining us. The central bank has filed a high court lawsuit seeking to recover almost $19 million from a construction company and its two directors over an alleged forged government check worth $20 million. The bank claims the check, purportedly issued by the former Ministry of Planning in 2023, was deposited into the company's account and cleared through the banking system before officials discovered it was fraudulent. Court documents allege that nearly $18.8 million was transferred out of the account through dozens of transactions before the fraud was detected. Only about $1.2 million was recovered after the account was frozen. The central bank is seeking damages, restitution, and other relief, claiming the company and its directors knew or ought to have known they were not entitled to the funds. Tensions flared in Parliament after the opposition accused Government Minister Barry Patterath of intimidating a parliamentary staff member during Friday's sitting. The PNM has called for a criminal investigation and Patterath's removal as leader of government business, claiming he photographed an audio technician after alleging microphones on the government benches were being deliberately muted. The opposition said parliamentary staff must be allowed to perform their duties free from intimidation, and called for CCTV and broadcast footage of the incident to be preserved. Patterath has rejected the accusations, saying the PNM is attempting to distract from controversial comments made by opposition MP Kareem Marcel. The dispute has sparked a fresh political clash over conduct in Parliament and the treatment of parliamentary staff. In crime news, a rideshare driver escaped an attempted robbery in Laventille after speeding away from two armed bandits who approached his vehicle during a trip arranged through a mobile app. Police said the driver had taken two women to Wharton Branch Road when one exited the vehicle, and two men, one armed with a gun, demanded cash. The driver accelerated, striking one of the suspects, while the other fired a shot at the vehicle. A woman who remained in the back seat also fled the scene. Hours later, police were notified after a 19-year-old Laventille man matching the description of one of the suspects sought treatment at the Port of Spain General Hospital for injuries. He was later taken into custody as investigations continue. Police are investigating two separate killings that occurred on Saturday in central and north Trinidad. In Chaguanas, 28-year-old Venezuelan national Marianis Jimenez was stabbed to death while walking to work along Montrose Main Road. Investigators believe the attack may be domestic-related. She was rushed to the Chaguanas Health Facility but died shortly after arrival. Meanwhile, in Diego Martin, 32-year-old Nigel Ferguson was shot dead at his home after gunmen opened fire on the property during the early hours of the morning. Residents reported hearing gunshots before seeing two armed men fleeing the area. Police are continuing investigations into both murders. Questions are being raised over the accounting of millions of dollars in public funding provided to the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association. Sport TT is seeking documentation to verify how approximately $6.9 million allocated for the national football team's World Cup qualifying campaign was spent. The concern comes amid reports that former national coach Dwight York, players, and several service providers are still owed significant sums. Documents obtained by the Sunday Express indicate Sport TT has repeatedly requested payroll records, supporting invoices, payment documents, and other financial reports, but says key information remains outstanding. TTFA President Kieran Edwards has maintained that the association's audits have been completed and are in good standing, while discussions continue between football officials, Sport TT, and the Ministry of Sport. Finally, the United States and Iran have reportedly reached a peace agreement following intensive negotiations mediated by Pakistan. Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif announced that both countries had agreed to immediately and permanently end military operations on all fronts, including in Lebanon, with a formal signing ceremony scheduled for June 19th in Switzerland. U.S. President Donald Trump later confirmed the deal, saying it included the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz and the removal of the U.S. naval blockade. Iranian state media hailed the agreement as a victory, although Iranian officials had not formally commented on the announcement. The deal follows weeks of escalating tensions and military exchanges that threatened wider regional conflict. And that is NETT Radio News at this time.
That was News Now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio. NETT Radio.
Calling all you NETT Radio listeners and fans. It's time to pack your cooler. Join us for NETT Radio's Color Week Cooler Crew in red, white, and black. On board the luxurious Island Royalty, Saturday, the 15th of August, boarding at 7 p.m. from Haircuts, Shagaramas. We stay at 8 p.m. sharp. Enjoy great music all night long from your favorite NETT DJs, Sir Chad, CJ, Mr. Flavor, Duck International, RJ, and Flockman. Early bird tickets are just $200 after $250. Get your tickets now at Crosby St. James, Bobby's Bar Correct, Fats International in Arima, K Square Fashions at C3 Center, West Mall, Eastgate Mall, and all NETT DJs. No glass bottles allowed. Bring your cooler, bring your crew, and let's celebrate together. NETT Radio, Color Week, Cooler Crew, Saturday, August the 15th, aboard the Island Royalty. For information, call 638-2609 or 497-7173. Color Week, on the scene.
Are you taking care of your sexual health and overall well-being? At Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, we believe your confidence, wellness, and intimacy matter. Visit us at our convenient locations: 10 Carmody Street, St. Augustine, Edinburgh, Chaguanas; Shops of Daybay, 95 Circular Road, Vistabella; Docks Ranch Lightpole 51, SS Aaron Road, Penal; and Metro Hotel, Suite 1, Number 2 Knoll Street North, Couva. From relaxing massage services to professional guidance on sexual wellness, we are here to support you every step of the way. Consult with renowned sexologist Dr. Raj Ramnanan for expert advice tailored to your needs. Take the first step toward a healthier, more confident you. Call 285-9739 or 645-4543 to book your appointment today. Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, where wellness meets confidence.
Scandal in Citrus is back in Port of Spain, and yup, we're finally at Queen's Hall for 2 nights only, on Saturday the 27th of June at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday the 28th at 6:30 p.m. Tickets available at the usual outlets and online. You can now buy tickets on our website, rsrrproductions.com. We think you'll like it. And at the Queen's Hall box office, 12 noon to 6 p.m. daily. Scandal in Citrus. We're at Queen's Hall.
Scandal in Citrus.
Trinidad
Trinidad and Tobago, get ready! Galen of the Ultimate DJ Shane invite you to the Ride of the Year, Reggae Ride 26.
I met a girl this morning. She was love at first sight.
On Saturday, June 27, on board the Harbour Master, represent your colors with a touch of gold, green, red, and white, featuring DJ Damien, Ever Slick, DJ Junior, Galen, and the Ultimate DJ Shane. Boarding 11 p.m. and sailing at 12 midnight sharp. Tickets are only $250 and are available at all Agats Nuts House locations, City Furniture stores nationwide, and online at islandetickets.com. Call or WhatsApp 333-7601 for more information and tickets. Walk with your coolers. No oversized coolers and no glass bottles allowed. The Reggae Ride 26 is proudly sponsored by Agats Nuts House, City Furniture, Tocopia Hotel and Lounge, Cricket Lab Academy, Cafe Barista, Endura Malt, NFM, Rios Waxing Parlor, and Langston Roach Industries. One boat, one vibe, one love. The Reggae Ride 26.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Your mid-morning just got better. Join Sir Charles for the mid-morning mix and mingle, where good music, real talk, health, and family matters come together, and your voice is heard. Whether you're at work, on the go, or just taking a break, this is the perfect mix to keep you engaged, informed, and entertained. The mid-morning mix and mingle, weekdays, 9 a.m. to 12 noon on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
Fresh energy. This is the NETT Radio Breakfast Show.
Let us suppose they pass a law, they don't want people living here anymore. Just suppose they pass a law, they don't want people living here anymore. Everybody got to find their country, according to your race originally. What a confusion I would cause in the place, they might have to shoot me in space. Because they're sending Indians to India, and the Negroes back to Africa. Can somebody please just tell me where they're sending for me? I am neither one nor the other, 6 or 1, half a dozen of the other. If they're serious about sending back people for true, they got to split me in two. From the time I was small in confusion, I couldn't play with no other little children. If I go by the Negro children to play, they say you little coolie now run away. I go by the Indian children next door, they say no weary and what you come here for. I always by myself like a little monkey, not one single child wouldn't play with me. So if they're sending Indians to India, and the Negroes back to Africa, can somebody please just tell me where they're sending for me? I am neither one nor the other, 6 or 1, half a dozen of the other. If they're serious about sending back people for true, they're bound to split me in two. Hear what happened to me recently. I'm going down Jogi Road walking peacefully. Some Indians and Negroes rioting. For me didn't know not a single thing. But as I enter in holding trace, an Indian man cuffed me straight in my face. I ran by the Negroes to get rescue. Look a coolie and them start beating me too. So if they're sending Indians to India, and the Negroes back to Africa, can somebody please just tell me where they're sending for me? I am neither one nor the other, 6 or 1, half a dozen of the other. If they're serious about sending back people for true, they're bound to split me in two. Some fellas having a race discussion, I jump in to give my opinion. A young fella watched me in my face. He say, you shut your mouth, you ain't got no race. What he said to me was a real insult, but it's not I to blame, it's my father's fault. When he say I have no race, he didn't talking true. Instead of having one race, you know I got two. So if they're sending Indians to India, and the Negroes back to Africa, can somebody please just tell me where they sending for me? I am neither one nor the other. 6 or 1, half a dozen of the other.
Mornings just got better. You're locked into NETT Radio Breakfast Show. Fueling your day with the best music and real talk.
Everybody, of course, welcome inside the second hour, of the breakfast show right here on NETT Radio. Yeah, I'm jumping ahead of myself here. But good morning, and of course, thanks for being here on NETT Radio. Let me say good morning to the Anthem crew. Yeah, good morning to all the folks on Guile Caribbean TV. Oh, we're so thankful that you are here with us this morning. So good looking Monday morning. The breakfast show, Wendell Stevens, Richard Rakubar saying, yours truly, Sir Charles, and we keep your company Monday, well, today until Thursday. Because Friday's a holiday, it's Labor Day. Just in case you didn't know.
Can somebody please just tell me?
Of course, you can listen to us all day, every day when we come off of the social media feeds, and of course the Guile channel closer to 9 o'clock at netradiott.com. You can also find us on all our social media pages and streaming apps at NETT Radio Trinidad. So if you are on TuneIn, Radio Garden, Simple Radio, any one of those apps, those streaming apps, you can get us at NETT Radio Trinidad, okay? And of course, all your Google smart devices, you can give them that command. Play NETT Radio Trinidad for me, please.
Not one single child wouldn't play.
Of course, don't forget to support us by
sending Indians to India,
making sure you put your stamp, your fingerprint on all of our social media pages, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And of course, don't forget to make sure you go to the TikTok so we can add some more people following the TikTok channel, all right? So morning poll is up. So do you believe that the speaker should have protected the parliament member? Well, you're voting 1 if you're voting yes, 2 if you're voting no. And when we come back, we'll tell you how you voted. But whatever you do, stay with us here on The Breakfast Show. The road to football's biggest stage starts right here on NETT Radio and Guile TV. Join us for Inside the Net, the road to FIFA World Cup 2026 Insights.
Every weekday, take a journey through World Cup history, legendary players, unforgettable goals, football's greatest nations, rising stars, iconic stadiums, and the stories behind the beautiful game. From Brazil to Argentina, Germany to France, and every nation chasing football glory. Join us daily at 7:55 a.m. and 11:55 a.m. Don't just watch the World Cup, live the passion inside the net. Road to FIFA World Cup 2026 Insights.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
Scandal in Citrus is back in Port of Spain, and yup, we're finally at Queen's Hall for 2 nights only on Saturday the 27th of June at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday the 28th at 6:30 p.m. Tickets available at the usual outlets and online. But you can now buy tickets on our website, rsrrproductions.com. We think you'll like it. And at the Queen's Hall box office, 12 noon to 6 p.m. daily. Scandal in Citrus. We're at Queen's Hall.
Scandal in Citrus.
All aboard! Calling all you NETT Radio listeners and fans. It's time to pack your cooler. Join us for NETT Radio's Color Week Cooler Crew in red, white, and black. On board the luxurious Island Royalty, Saturday, the 15th of August. Boarding at 7 p.m. from Haircuts, Shagaramas. We stay at 8 p.m. sharp. Enjoy great music all night long from your favorite NETT DJs, Sir Chad, CJ, Mr. Flavor, Duck International, RJ, and Fluffman. Early bird tickets are just $200 after $250. Get your tickets now at Crosby St. James, Bobby's Baccarat, Fats International in Arima, K Square Fashions at C3 Center, West Mall, Eastgate Mall, and all NETT DJs. No glass bottles allowed. Bring your cooler, bring your crew, and let's celebrate together. NETT Radio, Color Week, Cooler Crew, Saturday, August the 15th, aboard the Island Royalty. For information, call 638-2609 or 497-7173. Color Week, on the scene.
So we are back. All right, so we are back. Okay.
Hey, but I can mute my mic. You know how long I talking?
Yeah, your mic was on
mute. Charles?
No, your mic was on mute. Your mic was on mute.
I didn't mute it.
Uh-huh.
What's going on?
Maybe I had a TTT moment. You see how things was
Hold
happening?
Hold on. Let's take a picture. Oh, 2 earlier. Listen, to Charles give graphics on point, I have to say, with that Cooler Cruise on. And Richard, I see you get on there with your little website thing, boy.
The little website. That had me up for many hours over the last month and a half.
My God, I'm watching NETT Radio and I'm saying, but we looking like top of the line. This thing looking professional. I think I need to start wearing a blazer, you know. Because Sir Charles is always featured with a blazer on. I think I need to start wearing a blazer for this show.
Yeah, we should upgrade our wardrobe.
Yeah, I think I'll wear a blazer from now on. Because I'm watching real new people too in the chat voting and real new people meeting me and saying, yes, I watch you every morning. I walked into immigration the other day and I met this guy. As soon as he opened my passport, here him. Oh, you the guy from the radio? I've never seen him before. Eh? His name is Ganesh, I think. And he was smiling from ear to ear. I said, well, of course, I've still never had a bad experience with immigration. He said, yeah, man, I watch all day every morning, man. So Ganesh, from Immigration and Immigration Officer, good morning, and thanks for joining the best show on radio.
And on
only
TV.
fellas looking real professional, I'll tell you. Only looking real.
I have to say, and on TV too.
And on TV, yeah. Best show on radio and on TV. I met this lady at the church service too, at the funeral on Saturday, who watches us too, you know, and a few people are meeting again who's tuned into us, you know. And Mahi reached out to me early this morning because I never had Mahi's number, but she introduced herself as Mahi. She said she got my number from Fifi. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, the fan base growing, man. Sir Charles, you're doing well.
Excellent.
You're doing well. And I have to say the graphics are that cooler, right? I'm watching it and I see my camera's that right, but
yeah, it's going to be a nice one. So the next time we get the opportunities to come live, meet each other, and have a good time. The tickets going on sale by about Wednesday, so we'll have them in the offices and stuff. But of course, we tell you more as you go through the morning. All right.
Lots of votes on our poll. So Charles, play the clip so that people can continue to vote whilst we talk about it. Play the clip.
I am going to stop this now. Everyone be quiet.
This is a free and democratic society. What the hell is wrong with this government?
Be quiet.
What's wrong with this government?
Out of place. Everyone.
What is that? Like and you have not come to the defense of your own staff. You have not come to the defense of your own staff in the parliament, Mr.
Call the police to him. I did not see any of that. That's bullying behavior.
I don't know if he was talking to or whatever he was doing.
Go and make a report to the police.
And he went to the technician, he might, and I don't know what he said to him. And even if this is not
Okay. It's 9:33. Let us all calm down, exercise a measure of verbal and let's exercise some restraint. This unbridled shouting is not helpful. There is a way we can do this. If it is, there's an allegation or whatever it is, we can collect the empirical data subjected to analysis. But for the sake of moving on, let us move on. We have 10 heads yet to go. Okay? There is another way to deal with that. There is another way to...
Of course, that's just one of the many videos that shared coming out of the parliament.
Yeah.
You know, so our poll this morning is, should the speaker have come to the protection of the parliament staff member? Of course, a member of the parliament staff was accused of muting the mics of government ministers, not for the first time. I don't know. They didn't say when it happened before. Even Stuart Young said, well, his mic has been muted also. You know what I mean? And trust me, sometimes there's how to mute Stuart Young mic. Eh? Some of the things he will say, I know I'm going to know. You know? Yeah. But yeah, I want to tell the PNM again this morning. PNM, the UNC people looking at that will still go and vote for the UNC. But the PNM people who listening to that may say, you see me, I ain't voting for that kind of language from the PNM. The people in the middle will say, I am not voting for UNC. The people who walk down the middle road will say, I am not voting for that. But guess what? They will also say they ain't going to vote for the PNM because the PNM ain't carrying on no better. You understand? The PNM needs to be mindful of that. The UNC will not lose one single supporter they have. Not one. do not fall for that trap. Do not fall into that and carry on the way you hear in some of them kind of. There was also a video of during the break of MP Scotland telling MP Panarat, Rushing, I will deal with you tonight. You want to play that one?
Oh, no,
so it had to be a UNC member taping that, because from the side of the floor that they tape, it had to be somebody on the UNC side taping that during the break. So that is why in Parliament, nothing is sacred anymore. Nothing is sacred.
Parliament, they kicks in.
I sent you a nice tune for you to play, an old Sparrow tune. The first time I ever heard it was Saturday. I sent it for you to play.
When is that now?
I just sent it again. But I sent it since then, and I sent it again. Play that. Okay.
I can't play it right now. I can't play it right now. People send me a call on the phone. Right? 2811315299515. So we play the video for you all. And Wendell, the question to them is what?
Should the speaker have protected the parliament staff member, yes or no? Because he said he didn't hear. I don't understand. He didn't see. I don't understand that. But the speaker said, no. The staff member sitting next to him had to tell him what happened. Lord. Anyway, should the speaker have protected the parliament staff member, yes or no? Almost everybody voted one on this chat today, right?
Yeah. Obviously, the lady next to him, what is her title? What is her title in Parliament?
She would be, I'm not sure, Jason will message me and tell me. She would be the secretary. Well, I guess what Jackie Miguel was. What Jackie Miguel? What was the lady name? Who sat there for years at the head of the parliament staff? I'm not sure. I don't know if she is that person. She took over that role. Clerk of the House. Okay. That's what it is. Clerk of the House.
Right. So the clerk of the House who sits next to the speaker right there, obviously, she saw more than the speaker did. And she obviously was bothered by what she saw. And she was trying to articulate to the speaker, well, this is what happened. And she said, but I didn't know what he said to him. But obviously she was perturbed by what happened because she was typing furiously on her phone. I suppose communicating with the technician, I assume, to find out what happened. And so we'll see how it all plays out, but absolutely unbecoming. Even if you had a problem, there's a way to deal with problems without having to resort to that kind of brashness and horrifying behavior. Come on. Especially in a house that you expect leadership to show examples to the rest of the country in setting the tone of how you deal with conflict. How can you, as politicians on either side, quarrel with when children are arguing in the road and wanting to throw words for each other and almost get to fights? What is your moral authority to dictate to those children in schools if you all can't behave yourselves in an adult manner in the parliamentary chamber? That whatever you feel, whatever emotion rises to the surface, you feel you have to act on it. That's not what adults have to do, especially at a leadership level. However you feel emotionally about a situation, you act on it.
Yeah.
Since when?
It's a weird kind of thing.
Since when?
Yeah, but hold on a minute. Let's take the call coming in. Caller, good morning to you.
Something's gonna give it.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
The worst I have ever seen in my country. Wendell, where is the rest of the video? I didn't see nothing much in that video. And the gentleman that there shouldn't even be there in the first place. You should tell. Lord have mercy. I don't know where we're going, I really don't. Father, take the wheel. You all have a good day.
Yeah, something's gotta give, So the only people left for the UNC to attack now, if they continue this way, is themselves, and it's going to happen, because they're attacking everybody and everything. The only thing left is to attack one another, and it's going to happen. Trust me on that.
By the way, everybody was getting around in the parliament there on both sides of the fence. It reminded me of the video that we showed the other day with the man with the potong on him when they attack him.
Yeah.
When he had to grab the dog and fend them
up. Dog by your hind legs and swing it.
Yes. That whole scene reminded me of that. I see the man with all the dog running him down. Hello, good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, caller.
The topic this morning.
Morning.
Now, a judge don't see an incident what happened. There's the people that relate to him and he go with the evidence and so on. Right? The clerk of the house explained to the speaker what happened. Right? And he talked about they should have dealt with, we had other ways, and he's supposed to chastise him and say, listen, you cannot do that member part, but he don't want to chastise nobody on the UNC side. I struggling trying to keep up with topics and things going on in the parliament, and brother, that parliament is graceful. Right? Embarrassing to somebody because the whole world listening to that, Right? And the Speaker of the House, he wasn't a parliamentarian. He's an OJT. He know they now elect a speaker. And he chastising people like Coleman, Burt and all of them who in parliament for how much years, much terms. Right? He's an OJT. Allowing all kind of stupidness to go on. Right? He allowed the AG to come to the parliament without the caregiver. Fumbling. Okay, the people's watching the whole thing. Right? But we gotta go back to see where did all this acrimony come from. And when that started, because I remember all in the Pandey days and so on. All right, the government and the opposition, they would meet, they have a serious topic or a serious bill to debate. The government would meet with the opposition, however the configuration was, they meet to discuss certain things, to trash it out, to go forward with the bill and so on. Right? And this acrimony only came about when Ms. Possessor became the opposition leader. You remember that? I used to see the Mr. Pandey when he was opposition leader in Calypso tent. He go into Independence Parade. Diwali, where I see the Prime Minister and the opposition leader there in certain functions, the Prime Minister and the opposition leader. All of a sudden, after 2007, 2008, became acrimonious. Right? They start teaming the tea room together and the break time session, you will see opposition member talking to the government minister. Right? As this presentation come in, we hear about in the tea room, this one pelting teacup behind that one, and all kind of stupidness going on, and it becomes acrimonious and English so. That can go on, and you know what happened? You know the UNC had the constitutional majority to fix that?
Yeah.
That 28 seats, them can change that behavior. Right? Put new rules.
Thanks.
Right?
Yeah. You know, as the caller raised something there that also we didn't hear it in this clip. But the speaker asked, what standing order is this being raised under? And Stuart Young had to tell him, well, you can't, there's no standing order for this. You, to come to the protection of your own staff member, does require standing order. When the people, the framers of the standing orders way back in the day, they didn't envisage a parliament like this. They envisaged a proper parliament with under the colonial type kind of things and following those Westminster rules and so on. They didn't envisage this. It can't have a standing order. Well, I mean, they might have to do it now to protect parliament staff. Where we reaching, I don't think we have ever seen or heard in the history of the parliament where staff members come under this kind of attack. Where the staff of the parliament has been brought into odium and disrepute like the way that happened last week. I don't think that has ever happened before. Somebody who older than me or who used to really binge watch parliament, because I never did. Maybe they have that kind of knowledge and they could tell us. But I don't remember ever this happening in our parliament before. My
But I
God.
mean, the whole issue, I mean, I know a caller had raised the issue that he's an OJT, which is kind of unfair because, you know, as a speaker, you can be elected from outside of Parliament. I think the only qualification is that you should be able to be elected as a member of Parliament. Nothing should disqualify you, like you're undischarged, bankrupt, or anything like that. Or you don't have dual citizenship. I think things like that.
Yeah.
That's what prevents you from being speaker. But Jagdeep Singh is a seasoned attorney, and once he has familiarized himself with the standing orders and the process of Parliament, it should be fine. I think his problem as a speaker, and if he's listening, because I do talk to him, I mean, because of course I would have known him coming through the legal fraternity. I think the problem as a speaker that's inhibiting what he should have done there is his reluctance to criticize the UNC bench. He's done it once or twice in a kind of way, but you have to be able to say, look, I was selected / you're not elected, so you're selected as a speaker. I was selected as speaker, and in fulfilling my role, I am going to be as independent as possible in ensuring that this parliamentary chamber maintains its decorum and follow the standing orders as set out. And therefore, even if you have to berate whoever on the UNC side, you do it with the confidence of your independence in the position. It comes across, unfortunately, as if he is wallowing or shifting anytime it becomes to criticism of the UNC. It's about your reputation in the stewardship of that position. So understand what the position requires, and regardless if you were selected by the current government, understand that this is what the position requires of me, and if I need to keep you in check, I will keep you in check. And certainly, he has to defend his parliamentary staff, because you are the one who is at the head of the parliamentary staff. So you defend them, and then you can have your meeting after and say, okay, tell me exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And then he can then articulate to the House, look, the muting of mics this is what the process is. You understand? Instead of a broadcast committee and they have to go and they're calling blah, 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 and all of these, semi-threats. You're the Speaker of the House. You have control over the course of action in the House. You are the head honcho. So, pursue that line. And pursuing that line sometimes mean that you have to pull the House, the side that selected you, into the order, because it's your reputation and your historical reputation in your position.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, I want to add to that, Richard, by saying Bridget Anizette George was a former PNM chairman of a corporation. She was a former PNM attorney general. And then she was elected Speaker of the House. Okay? Selected as Speaker of the House. She lasted there from the beginning of their term to the end, 9.5 years. And she brought up PNM people whenever they went too far. She disciplined them. I saw that and I heard that for myself. You understand? But Bridget has a kind of quiet personality. She never raises her voice. I have never seen or heard Bridget raise her voice. You understand? But she kept a firm hand on what happened in the proceedings. You understand? That's what you need to do. You understand? We've had so many decorated speakers before, none more so than Arnold Thomas, who was the longest serving speaker, I think, in the House of Representatives. Right? Come on, you have so many examples to follow. We can't, something has to give. We cannot continue like this. You have
to understand in a position like that you want to be the guardrails. in terms of, even though you were selected by the majority house, you are still one of the guardrails in terms of the process of parliamentary functioning. And you have to appreciate that and be fearless about it.
All right, hold 1 minute, guys. Caller, good morning.
Good morning to Charles Richard Wendell.
Morning,
Richard,
morning, sir.
I agree with the statement or how you put it over, and also Wendell, I agree with you. Now, in 10 years that Bridget and he said George was there, Wendell, she even pulled up the Prime Minister on occasions and called out the Prime Minister and tell him, Prime Minister, you should know better. And pull them up from time to time. And there was never a case where any member of the PNM government then told the Speaker what to do and what should not be tolerated, like what this guy from Couva South, Barry Padera did, telling the Speaker what to do and what should not be tolerated, and things that never happened. And the only time the Parliament descended into anything like what happened over the weekend was when they were trying to elect a speaker. A president. And the NC went into the Parliament and they created mayhem and havoc. That was the only time in the 10 years that PNM President and he said George was there that the Parliament ever descended into what happened over the last couple of seconds. The Speaker is not in control of the House of Parliament. He's an abject failure as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, thanks very much, caller. So as you close up the poll, I only had one person on this side that said no, but the majority of persons would have said yes.
Well, it's registered because everybody 100% said yes. That the Speaker should have protected the Parliament staff member. 100% said yes.
Yeah, but you know, collating both sides. So it will be like about 97-3, that kind of thing. But nevertheless, the majority of people.
You can't change what up on that screen, but because of what you say or what you seeing.
No,
I see 100% saying yes. Me, I want to hear you where you see a 2 no here and a 1 no here, and you chopping off 3% of that.
No,
you want to hear that? No?
Nobody remember the poll is not just being conducted on YouTube.
I just teased it.
Yeah, you're just miserable. Anyhow, that's the morning poll there. So we can
But we have so much other clips we can play. If you want, you can play 1 or 2 other clips. Or we could
recognize that these things have to be downloaded and all kind of thing.
Oh god. So clearly you didn't go through that chat at all Saturday. Saturday, the among the chat, Richard chat is the most of the chat I see from Richard in a long time. So Richard, you see, we are like the intake we are not all over the weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we could continue to take calls because this matter, hopefully it comes to an end. The Speaker, Mr. Jagdev Singh, hopefully you listened to the show this morning. Come to the protection of your staff members, please. Do not let them come under this unwarranted attack by anyone at all in the House. Because I have known of no other speaker, and all speakers have biases naturally. I have known of no other speaker who has allowed that to happen. None.
Protect your parliamentary staff on either side, and then have a meeting to find out what happens with your parliamentary staff. To me, there's no big investigation required for this issue.
Yeah.
They need an investigation to find out. It's like, what?
Why does the staff? Yes. Yeah. Why do politicians? Why should they get involved with a meeting of the broadcast committee? Why are they getting involved in that? Let the broadcast committee deal with that. When they switch off mics, when they put them, they switch it off when you're not speaking. Because some people forget, because you actually control your own mic, But if your mic is hot, during somebody else's speech. They have the power, I think, to control it and take it off. You understand? Yeah. Because we all know what hot mics have caused in the past. You understand? So not because you there sending picong across the floor, that should be part of a broadcast. No.
Yeah, because even when the clerk was talking to the speaker there, that was coming across.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, because his mic was hot.
Anything could have been said at that point.
The speaker's mic was hot at the time because she was leaning across to speak to him.
Yeah, because she was obviously bothered by what she saw.
Yeah.
And I think she was a little she was bothered by what she saw, and I think she was trying to explain to the speaker, look, this is what happened. And as possible in terms of, how she was saying it, but she was to me, her body language was that she was bothered.
Yes. Yes.
Good morning. I don't know for sure, but that's my interpretation of how she.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning, gentlemen. Richard.
Morning, sir.
Charles, I like to play your blockade. All right, you try to just go with that. Anyway, you're going on. I believe, this is my view, right? I believe people not getting the clear picture. That speaker was placed there in the house for a specific reason. If I am wrong, I stand corrected. He is not going to do anything, right, that will interfere with the government in charge. He's placed there for a particular reason. So anything he's doing will not be opposing the government MPs. It would be always so, whether it's right or it's wrong. And I am not stressing myself over that. Yes, it is wrong and we need to bring it to the forefront and discuss it. But as clear as day, you could see it. The speaker is there to do the bidding of the UNC government. He's not there to do the bidding of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, to run the business of Trinidad and Tobago the right way, like all the other past speakers. He come like he is doing his own bidding based on instructions given from the UNC government. So that is why, if he do anything other than what he's doing now, he will be putting his foot in his mouth. And he is not going to take that chance. He is not going to take that chance. Clearly, he's not going to take that chance. So, we gotta look at it in a way that it's like a puppet. The strings are being pulled by the UNC government, and that is how we have to operate. You understand? So maybe somebody else might be able to highlight more about it.
Yeah, thanks. But the speaker doesn't need to defend this government. This government has a overwhelming majority. The two UNC MPs the other day say they are part of the government, so they don't even have to worry about them opposing them. You understand? Like when A.N.R. Robinson and Pamela Nicholson and them would have gone against a government back in the day. Or even there were two other MPs in Tobago who also, may have gone against the government. They don't have to worry about that. They have 26 plus 2. They guaranteed of that. Guaranteed of that. The speaker don't have to defend them in anything. He just has to try to rule as fairly as possible when he's there. He don't have to shut down no opposition MP or whatever. He don't have to do anything like that. All he has to do is to be fair. And when you abandon your own staff, well, I don't know how you will recover from that. Because people are now going to be watching to see if this young man who they pointed out remains in the house. People are going to be watching that. You are getting people angry for nothing.
Yeah, that picture that was circulating, that obviously is an AI generated picture, is that?
Yeah, I think that was generated because of how it was reported. Because in other words, that's what happened, but that's not the actual picture of what happened.
Oh, okay, because it looked AI generated.
Yeah,
Real.
Yeah.
Caller, good morning. Caller? All right, what up to the caller? There, Lincoln.
Yeah, I'm hearing a beacon though.
Yeah. He's there.
So take the next call now. Say Charles?
Yeah. Well, I was the other one to come in. Okay. Caller, good morning. Are you there?
Good morning. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we are.
Good morning, gentlemen. I want to change a little bit. I know let's focus on the parliament situation, but I want to talk about the video that you all showed there with the incident of the rideshare driver.
We didn't show it.
Remember.
Yeah. But go ahead.
No, you didn't show it. But what is circulating on social media?
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't know if you remember. I'm here. I don't know if you remember me making a statement about that a couple of weeks ago. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we're hearing you. Go ahead.
I'm still hearing Wendell talking like there's some delay. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I had my phone. Yeah, I don't know if you all remember me. If you all remember me talking about that a few weeks ago and making a statement on how I prepared my ex-wife, my wife now, but my wife at the time. And when I saw the actions of that driver, that guy mentally prepared himself for if something like that happens. That wasn't that wasn't a knee-jerk reaction. That is something he prepared himself. That if he is ever in a situation like that, he is going to run whoever it is over. And I want to tell, I wish you all could get him on an interview. I want to tell that guy, well done. Go to the head of the class. Right? He moved strategic. He was deliberate. As I said when I gave my statement, don't care about gate, don't care about wall, don't care about car. He didn't care what he bounced, as long as he get them. And it was well done on the part of run and find out. You understand? And I wish I knew I was tech savvy enough to take that video and pause it right when he was flying in the air and put the caption. And this is when he knew he effed up.
Yeah. He was lucky. He was lucky. Yeah, he was lucky
too. And he was lucky too.
Yeah.
You see, when you get caught in the act, I have no sympathy for how you're dealt with. You know?
True. In a case like that, you're absolutely right. You know what I mean? I mean, how much you can take from a rideshare driver, unless you're trying to take the car. But I mean, but that, I mean, I want to tell most, as a matter of fact, the couple rideshare drivers I've used, they've been women. I've used the rideshare 3 times, I think. Once to come in the Port of Spain and twice to go to the airport. And they've all been women, all been female drivers. You understand? So clearly a lot of women are doing this. You only need to be extremely careful. Red flag must go up when somebody tell you they're going to pick up something in some area. A red flag must go up. Rideshare, don't do them things. Go take your drop and go straight to the place. Don't go off route to say you're picking up nothing. Don't do that. Don't do it.
All right, people. So we're going for our World Cup Insights, and then we are going for the news. And when we come back on the other side of 8, don't forget we have our Father's Day pop-up promotion. You have to sing the jingle, adapt it, change it up, add some stuff to it. And we're doing that draw on Thursday, right? We had to get some names on the inside. So stay with us on The Breakfast Show. Welcome to Inside the Net on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio. Our daily insights as we count down the journey to FIFA World Cup 2026. Here is today's insight.
Every World Cup introduces new stars, but every World Cup also says goodbye to old ones. As FIFA World Cup 2026 unfolds, football fans around the world may be witnessing the final World Cup appearances of some of the greatest players ever to play the game. For nearly 2 decades, these football icons have inspired millions. They have won league titles, Champions League trophies, individual awards, and the admiration of supporters across every continent. Yet for many of them, one prize remains the most meaningful of all, the FIFA World Cup. Lionel Messi has already achieved football immortality. After finally lifting the World Cup trophy with Argentina, he completed one of the greatest careers in sporting history. Yet his return for another tournament demonstrates the passion and commitment that have defined his career. Cristiano Ronaldo's story is equally remarkable. At an age when most footballers have long retired, he continues to compete at the highest level. His determination, longevity, and relentless pursuit of excellence have made him one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. Then there is Luka Modric. The Croatian midfielder has spent years proving that intelligence, vision, and leadership can be just as important as speed and strength. His influence on Croatian football has helped transform a small nation into a respected force on the world stage. Players such as Manuel Neuer and Kevin De Bruyne have also left lasting marks on the modern game, helping define an era of football that many supporters grew up watching. For these players, World Cup 2026 represents more than another tournament. It represents legacy, a final opportunity to inspire, a final opportunity to compete on football's biggest stage, and perhaps for some, a final opportunity to lift the most coveted trophy in world football. But football never stands still. As one generation prepares to leave the stage, another is preparing to take its place. The future belongs to new stars. Yet before that future arrives, fans around the world have one final chance to appreciate a generation that helped define the modern game. The trophies may fade, the records may eventually be broken, but the memories they created will endure for generations. This has been Inside the Net, Road to FIFA World Cup 2026 Insights. Join us again for another World Cup Insight as we continue the journey to football's biggest stage.
You've been listening to Inside the Net as we count down the journey to FIFA World Cup 2026 on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is NETT Radio News Now.
This is News Now on NETT Radio and Guile TV. I am Derek McMillan. Thank you for joining us. The central bank has filed a high court lawsuit seeking to recover almost $19 million from a construction company and its two directors over an alleged forged government check worth $20 million. The bank claims the check, purportedly issued by the former Ministry of Planning in 2023, was deposited into the company's account and cleared through the banking system before officials discovered it was fraudulent. Court documents allege that nearly $18.8 million was transferred out of the account through dozens of transactions before the fraud was detected. Only about $1.2 million was recovered after the account was frozen. The central bank is seeking damages, restitution, and other relief, claiming the company and its directors knew or ought to have known they were not entitled to the funds. Tensions flared in Parliament after the opposition accused Government Minister Barry Patterath of intimidating a parliamentary staff member during Friday's sitting. The PNM has called for a criminal investigation and Patterath's removal as leader of government business, claiming he photographed an audio technician after alleging microphones on the government benches were being deliberately muted. The opposition said parliamentary staff must be allowed to perform their duties free from intimidation, and called for CCTV and broadcast footage of the incident to be preserved. Patterath has rejected the accusations, saying the PNM is attempting to distract from controversial comments made by opposition MP Karim Marcel. The dispute has sparked a fresh political clash over conduct in Parliament and the treatment of parliamentary staff. In crime news, a rideshare driver escaped an attempted robbery in Laventille after speeding away from two armed bandits who approached his vehicle during a trip arranged through a mobile app. Police said the driver had taken two women to Wharton Branch Road when one exited the vehicle, and two men, one armed with a gun, demanded cash. The driver accelerated, striking one of the suspects, while the other fired a shot at the vehicle. A woman who remained in the back seat also fled the scene. Hours later, police were notified after a 19-year-old Laventille man matching the description of one of the suspects sought treatment at the Port of Spain General Hospital for injuries. He was later taken into custody as investigations continue. Police are investigating two separate killings that occurred on Saturday in central and north Trinidad. In Chaguanas, 28-year-old Venezuelan national Marianis Jimenez was stabbed to death while walking to work along Montrose Main Road. Investigators believe the attack may be domestic-related. She was rushed to the Chaguanas Health Facility but died shortly after arrival. Meanwhile, in Diego Martin, 32-year-old Nigel Ferguson was shot dead at his home after gunmen opened fire on the property during the early hours of the morning. Residents reported hearing gunshots before seeing two armed men fleeing the area. Police are continuing investigations into both murders. Questions are being raised over the accounting of millions of dollars in public funding provided to the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association. Sport TT is seeking documentation to verify how approximately $6.9 million allocated for the national football team's World Cup qualifying campaign was spent. The concern comes amid reports that former national coach Dwight York, players, and several service providers are still owed significant sums. Documents obtained by the Sunday Express indicate Sport TT has repeatedly requested payroll records, supporting invoices, payment documents, and other financial reports, but says key information remains outstanding. TTFA President Kieran Edwards has maintained that the association's audits have been completed and are in good standing, while discussions continue between football officials, Sport TT, and the Ministry of Sport. Finally, the United States and Iran have reportedly reached a peace agreement following intensive negotiations mediated by Pakistan. Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif announced that both countries had agreed to immediately and permanently end military operations on all fronts, including in Lebanon, with a formal signing ceremony scheduled for June 19th in Switzerland. U.S. President Donald Trump later confirmed the deal, saying it included the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz and the removal of the U.S. naval blockade. Iranian state media hailed the agreement as a victory, although Iranian officials had not formally commented on the announcement. The deal follows weeks of escalating tensions and military exchanges that threatened wider regional conflict. And that is NETT Radio News at this time.
That was News Now. Stay informed with new Era TT Radio. NETT Radio.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Calling all you NETT Radio listeners and fans. It's time to pack your cooler. Join us for NETT Radio's Color Week Cooler Crew in red, white, and black. On board the luxurious Island Royalty, Saturday, the 15th of August, boarding at 7 p.m. from Hartford's Shagaramas. We stay at 8 p.m. sharp. Enjoy great music all night long from your favorite NETT DJs, Sir Chad, CJ, Mr. Flavor, Duck International, RJ, and Flossman. Early bird tickets are just $200 after $250. Get your tickets now at Crosby St. James, Bobby's Bar Correct, Fats International in Arima, K Square Fashions at C3 Center, West Mall, Eastgate Mall, and all NETT DJs. No glass bottles allowed. Bring your cooler, bring your crew, and let's celebrate together. NETT Radio, Color Week, Cooler Crew, Saturday, August the 15th, aboard the Island Royalty. For information, call 638-2609 or 497-7173. Color Week, on the scene.
Scandal in Citrus is back in Port of Spain, and yep, we're finally at Queen's Hall for 2 nights only on Saturday the 27th of June at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday the 28th at 6:30 p.m. Tickets available at the usual outlets and online. But you can now buy tickets on our website, rsrrproductions.com. We think you'll like it. And at the Queen's Hall box office, 12 noon to 6 p.m. daily. Scandal in Citrus. We're at Queen's Hall.
Scandal in Citrus.
Trinidad and Tobago, get ready! Helan of the Ultimate DJ Shane invite you to the Ride of the Year, Reggae Ride 26.
I met a girl this morning. She was love at first sight.
On Saturday, June 27th, on board the Harbour Master, represent your colors with a touch of gold, green, red, and white, featuring DJ Damien, Ever Slick, DJ Junior, Gaylan, and the ultimate DJ Shane. Boarding 11 p.m. and sailing at 12 midnight sharp. Tickets are only $250 and are available at all Agard's Nuts House locations, City Furniture stores nationwide, and online at islandetickets.com. Call or WhatsApp 333-7601 for more information and tickets. Walk with your coolers. No oversized coolers and no glass bottles allowed. The Reggae Ride 26 is proudly sponsored by Agard's Nuts House, City Furniture, Tocopia Hotel and Lounge, Cricket Lab Academy, Cafe Barista, Endura Malt, NFM, Rio's Waxing Parlor, and Langston Roach Industries. One boat, one vibe, one love. The Reggae Ride 26.
Are you taking care of your sexual health and overall well-being? At Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, we believe your confidence, wellness, and intimacy matter. Visit us at our convenient locations: 10 Carmody Street, St. Augustine, Edinburgh, Chaguanas, Shops of Daybay, 95 Circular Road, Vistabella, Docks Ranch Lightpole 51, SS Aaron Road, Penal, and Metro Hotel, Suite 1, Number 2, Knoll Street North, Couva. From relaxing massage services to professional guidance on sexual wellness, we are here to support you every step of the way. Consult with renowned sexologist, Dr. Raj Ramnanan, for expert advice tailored to your needs. Take the first step toward a healthier, more confident you. Call 285-9739 or 645-4543 to book your appointment today. Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, where wellness meets confidence.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the breakfast show right here on NETT Radio. Yes, it's 15 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. So if you have to be anywhere at this point in time and you're still home, you're well late, right?
Yeah, sure, right.
Congratulations.
The sun is out, though, in Port of Spain. The sun is out shining. I don't know if it's like that still in the east, but I came down the road this morning in rain. Well, it was rainy on the road. It was wet. I should say that. It was wet. The rain was not actually falling, but it was wet.
Yeah, like we had a shower last night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or early this morning. Some hour this morning had rain.
But the sun is out on this side, so, I take whatever I could get rid of. Hopefully we'll rain throughout the day at some point in time. Yeah, but so we are here. A couple of things just to let you know. I'll be getting ready for the Father's Day pop-up, so you can start a call. We need to get some names inside of the hat, right? Because on Thursday, because Friday is a holiday, we're going to do the draw. and somebody gonna walk away with some stuff. Normally there's some really nice stuff for the giveaways. So give us a call, 281-131-529-95156. I'm gonna play the jingle for you all, because this is what we're asking you all to sing some part of it for us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I want to go on. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the parliament start.
Get up, it's the time to start the day. The breakfast show is here. We bring in the soca way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The breakfast show got the vibes turned on. From Morocco's Bay to the Savannah line. Let's start the day in Caribbean.
Whoa, cool vibes.
Moving through the air.
Yeah,
the breakfast show. Yeah, and everywhere.
Sing the jingle, put your name in the box. The real testest way to get through that particular stage. Just sing part of the jingle first. It's Father's Day, and we have some people on the inside, and we need a few more. So let's come on, man. I know they know the thing. I don't know why a little absent for Father's Day. Yeah, but now is the time. Call us 281-131-529-95156. Sing the jingle, add something to it, make it sound good, and you get yourself inside. We just do the thing. It's the fairest set of judging you can get anywhere on the planet. You understand? Our listeners, they do all the judging at the end of the day. Right? We just provide all the framework, network, whatever it is, and the information, and they do all the stuff. So yeah. So people, all right.
I think I just knocked myself out there.
Yeah, you did.
I'm trying to follow some instruction from somebody, and I'm not seeing what they're talking about. I'm not seeing them 3 dots at the top of mine. What happens is that I get half of the screen alone showing, and I want the full screen show, but I'm not. Anyway, I will look at it after, yes?
Yeah, well, once we ain't seen half of you. We don't see that.
Yeah, I'll get it fixed.
Well, let's start for Father's Day. Come on, all the people.
Yeah.
I know what I will do. I'll probably have to get somebody to donate a ticket to Addis Ababa. Everybody go call all the time. We don't have enough people for that. Yeah? But come on, 281-131-529-95156. We only have like about 4 or 5 persons inside the hut so far, If that is the case, we just do the giveaway at the end of the day. But right now, you could be part of it. And that jingle is such a fantastic jingle, eh? I mean, Richard did really well with that jingle. You understand? You can't get a better breakfast morning vibes video than that, Yeah. Cool vibes. You grab your doubles, grab your coin, everything inside of that jingle, And all you have to do is take out 2 words and put Father's Day in between there, and you're complete. You're good to go. You're good to go. All right. All right, but it seems like we don't have anybody calling for the jingle giveaway this morning.
Yeah, well, let's just take generic calls, man. Or unless you have any other video to show concerning this thing in Parliament.
In all honesty,
you didn't even play my tune, my Sparrow tune, like I tell you.
I was doing some other stuff in between there. All right. Yeah. So, all right. Well, they could call and talk about all the other things all they want to talk about. Is the politics, right? I would just like to let you all know that we have our cruise coming up on the 15th of August, right? Our color we cruise. It's like pre-independence. So you can, wear your favorite color, red, white, or black. Come out and hang out with us on board the Island Royalty, and we'll be boarding at 7 p.m. We sail in at 8 p.m. So by midnight, you're back on the inside and you can head home. Right? And of course, you can call us here at NETT. You can call any one of the DJs, and by Wednesday, so we'll have the tickets outside in all of the outlets for distribution and stuff.
But for those of you who are interested, you can start to make your calls or order your tickets. So we want everybody to come out and hang out with us on this boat ride. Yeah? All right. So don't forget the date, August the 15th. Tell them you're not going nowhere else. We're going and hang out with the NETT crew, right? So get ready for that. Kola, good morning.
So Charles, good morning.
Hey, Dabity, how are you going?
I'm fine.
You calling for the breakfast giveaway or just calling to add something?
No, the generic.
Oh, generic. You want to sing or recite nothing?
Morning.
Miss Mendoza.
When certain students are misbehaving in schools, the solution for this by this government was to put police in those schools. Now, look at the behavior in the parliament. I know there are police outside the parliament, but that is for outside. Don't you think we put in police in the parliament now for that kind of behavior?
Well,
it was that problem they had with the councillor, the alderman. I mean, it's like crazy. So then police have to be in because the speaker and helping. He just there. He never see. I wonder what direction we facing when they say something I didn't see. Now the man come and take a picture, and look how long it's because for somebody to take that photo and put it on the Facebook. It had to be a little few seconds, and he didn't see that either. The speaker that you see, he can't hear, neither he could see. So,
well, somebody tell me the actual picture. I get the actual picture, not the AI generated one. I get the actual picture of the MP taking the photo. I get it.
I think I saw that Saturday morning on Facebook. Not the AI picture. I saw a different picture. That's
the actual picture of with all the empty chairs on it.
Yeah, I was shocked. I said, what's going on here? But it's not an AI picture. The other one is an AI. But the one I saw first thing Saturday morning, like around 7, was not AI generated.
Okay,
but
I only just get that.
I hope I get it back. Now, the other thing, the Prime Minister, of course, the opposition calling for them to remove him and so on. Well, that's not happening at all. And then the Prime Minister is supporting what he said. So how is she going to remove him? Opposition. How is she going to remove him when she is part of the thing? Wasn't she in the parliament either? I forget to ask somebody who I know would say. I forget to ask if she was in parliament that night. So she probably wasn't because we didn't hear her mouth. But if she wasn't, she's still going to support whatever her members do, right or wrong. So we had to forget about that. And my next point is this. When I hear people saying PNM people and them people and earlier, there's always it has some kind of connotation to me that it is very condescending. Very condescending. And probably some racial overtone as well. Because not everybody is deemed of African descent as a PNM as well as UNC, as an Indian person of UNC. So when people talking, and have a caller who call on your station, not on this program, but other stations, always PNM people. I don't know why I just hate to hear this term. So I can't be normal people. They can't say our nationals. Everything had to have some kind of connotation, some racial connotation thing. I just fed up. And finally, I know social and playing nothing about football. I find football is very lackluster. And the commentary and the commentators, I should say, oh my God, it's lacking something. I don't know if the former commentators gone through the window, but these new commentators, they sound like young people. Like, I find like I ain't listening and I ain't watching nothing. It is so boring. And I love sports and I love World Cup football, but it can't hold me. It can't keep me. Even though I like so many teams are playing, but it's so boring with the commentary that I'm even looking again for the few games that passed. I'd rather do something else and hear like it was a radio playing. Because it's commentary boring. But I hope they better. Okay,
all right. Not all the matches have been lackluster. Some of them have been really good matches. You know, I guess it's early days yet. It's early days. So Charles, that's a correction I have to make towards what you made. You had said you had tried to pronounce a team earlier on, and I had said Cote d'Ivoire.
Yes.
Apparently, it's Cape Verde. Cape Verde is playing today. Morning, Clint. Clint said it to me. It's Cape Verde is the team playing today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are playing today.
Right.
Right? So there's a Cote d'Ivoire, which is Ivory Coast, and there's a Cape Verde, which they are playing against Spain today. That's the first game today. Cape Verde.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, we have some teams that are, and countries that are just not familiar with. Some of them something brand new. I say we just, and they might have been there for a long time, but I'm just now coming into into being for me.
Yeah. But the last time Cote d'Ivoire played in a World Cup was actually 12 years ago. They played in a World Cup, and they played yesterday and won. Is it? Yes, it's Cote d'Ivoire. I think I got that correct. Yeah. That was the last time they played. Yeah.
12 years ago.
12 years ago. They played in their first World Cup, and now they've qualified for this one.
Okay. That is who they play yesterday, boy?
Cote d'Ivoire played Ecuador. Yes.
Right.
They won that game against Ecuador. Yeah.
Cote d'Ivoire. Right. And the other one today is what it says?
It's Cape Verde.
CABO?
No, CAPE VERDE.
Oh,
Cape Verde.
Yeah. This is a typo here then, because they have CABO Verde.
Nah, well, it's officially, that was officially their name. The first name was in fact Cabo Verde, but they're now known as Cape Verde. They are on the western coast of Senegal. It's a country in Africa.
Oh, okay.
In the central Atlantic Ocean. They are 570 kilometers off the western coast of Senegal, comprising 10 volcanic islands. The country is known for its dramatic landscape, wide sand beaches, rich Creole culture, and stable democracy. So they originally were Cabo Verde, but they are known as Cape Verde now.
Okay. See?
All right?
Yeah. Learning things.
Yeah. They speak Portuguese. They speak Portuguese in Cape Verde.
Yeah, because I said, but I didn't know that this and this is the first time they come into the World Cup also. Yeah.
Is it their first time? I'm not sure. I think it may be. Hold on, let me just double. Let me check.
See, while I take this call. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. Happy Monday.
Hey, Captain.
Morning.
Yeah. Cape Verde actually is closer to Trinidad and the Caribbean than New York is. Because if you notice, all my years and all of everybody's years in school, they always make Africa seem like it's so far away. Because of the whitewashing and brainwashing of everybody. But it's actually very close to the Caribbean. It's just between, as you said, between South America and North Africa.
Right.
So it's very easy to reach, and it's not far. And I am backing all of the African sides in this world.
Yeah.
I don't care.
You on the planet that one.
Yeah, well, that because Brazil is not doing good. I never like Argentina. So Charles, I'm an Argentina fan.
Yes.
My reasoning is people need to go and check out the history of Argentina towards black people, and I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
If you go there, you'll see how they stare you down. Charles, you would pass like any white person. Yeah, you'll have a problem. You might pass in Argentina. But all the African sides, I'm putting my money that the African side is going to win the World Cup finally.
Yeah, I think it's time. It's long overdue.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Guys, have a good day.
Right.
I think the football is putting a better spin more than all the topics of what's coming out of Parliament.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. All right, guys, I'm going.
Yeah, take care.
Okay.
And this is, in fact, Cape Verde, Cabo Verde's first World Cup. This is their first World Cup. Curacao, of course, is the smallest country in the World Cup. Right? There are 156,000 people. Cape Verde has 600,000 people. But this is, in fact, their first World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You see, I'm getting history on Cape Verde. People
Yeah.
all of a sudden, man, all they bring the history.
I didn't realize they were in the World Cup until you said, if you didn't mispronounce and somebody correct me, somebody send the correction, I wouldn't even check that this Cape Verde you were speaking about.
Because I thought, well, maybe they misprint the thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Cabo Verde is the original name.
Was the original name, right?
Yes.
And
they're now known as Cape
somebody's
Verde.
telling me that they are a very small island outside of Africa.
Yes.
It was colonialized, I suppose, by Portugal. And they say it is also where all the hurricanes originate.
Yes, I've seen that on the chat too. It's where all the hurricanes come off the coast.
What? Yeah. I'm sure it's a beautiful place.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Anything in Africa beautiful. You don't have nothing in Africa that's not beautiful.
Hey, people, we're taking your calls in the 281-1315-299-5156. I saw a story with some let me see if I could find it. It had to do with some business and some check and some millions of dollars and stuff.
What? What is that? No.
I saw this here. Let me see if I can find it off. And it was in the news also. Trying to find it, man. I know I saw it. Right. So it's something to do with the central bank. And let me just open it up here. It's in the Express today, actually. Central bank moves to recover $18 million, it says, Yeah, so I'm trying to the thing what is start popping up, boy, and they have your phone in our message or something. They're trying to get his story. Right. Now trying. Right. So it says that the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago has filed a lawsuit in the High Court seeking to recover millions of dollars from a construction company and its two directors over what it alleges is a sophisticated fraud involving a forged government check for $20 million. And it said that the Auditor General, Jaywanti Ramdas, in a letter to the Central Bank Governor dated January 23, 2026, red flagged two fraudulent checks for $20 million and for $25 million. The Central Bank, through its attorney, former Attorney General Anand Ramlogan of Freedom Law Chambers, it's it's pursuing legal action with respect to the $20 million.
Just went a big case there yesterday,
I saw him something out of the country too. So the legal fine on June the 10th named NETT General Contractors Limited, Managing Director Nigel Patterson Vincent and Director Jackie Watson Vincent as the defendants. The Central Bank alleges that the company received funds from a check that was never issued by the government and that large portions of the money were quickly dispersed before the fraud was discovered. So according to the statement of case, the matter centers on a check purportedly issued by then Minister of Planning and Development. The Central Bank claims that on September 29, 2023, Vincent went to Republic Bank Samoa branch and deposited a check for $20 million into NEPAT's account. The check was purported to be drawn on the ministry's account at the Central Bank and made payable to NEPAT. The check was subsequently processed through the electronic check clearing system after an initial query regarding an endorsement irregularity Republic Bank presented the instrument, and the central bank cleared it, resulting in $20 million being credited to NEPAD's account. The central bank alleges that nearly a month later, on October 26, 2023, it discovered that the check was fraudulent. And the account is frozen. So they say accounts, according to the claims, officials from the Treasury Division of the Ministry of Finance confirmed that the ministry had never issued the check and was not indebted to NEPAD at the time.
But that sounds strange. A month later, the central bank cleared the check, and only a month later they found out it was a fraudulent check. That's for $20 million. You didn't say 20,000, you know. No, or you didn't even say 2 million, you know. You said 20 million, you know.
Yeah, and apparently, like, it was two checks. One was 20 and one was 25. And they said
but a month later, all that money gone.
But that is the thing. They said that when the time they tried to get the money, it was the money gone. You know? I think they only get back like about $1 million.
They're lucky. They get plenty.
They get 1 point something. So somebody must have fallen asleep trying to withdraw the money now, and didn't get the chance to take out all. Oh my gosh! So now you have to go and try to get back all this money that these people have. Wow! I mean, it's never a dull moment in this place, eh?
Well, clearly, because look at how long. That sounds like a very weird story. That doesn't sound like Trinidad and Tobago banking industry at all. We are so careful.
Yeah, and
but
especially
the slightest thing here.
Yeah.
For somebody to be able to get $20 million on a check like that, that is very strange.
Yeah. That means somebody knows somebody talk to somebody and say, go ahead.
That is very weird.
You know, who can make those kinds of decisions. But let's go back to the lines. Caller, good morning.
Hey, so Charles. The thing with that Cape with the Cabo, one is pronounced in English and one is pronounced in Portuguese. So they just went back to the original, maybe the authentic Portuguese name. So Cabo Verde is the Portuguese pronunciation. The other one prior to that was the English pronunciation. So it's just a shift.
Right.
Yeah. Just wanted to throw that in there.
No problem.
Who you backing for World Cup, Dean?
Me,
Argentina, tell them no friend.
I like Brazil. I'm a Brazil supporter. I always love Brazil.
Oh, yeah, Brazil supporter.
I don't really. Yeah, I like the African countries. I like all the South countries on the way up. You know, because we have to challenge the European hegemony, and for a World Cup, we really need the outsiders to play better. If you're ready, the competition, the spirit of the game. And I know FIFA have been working hard to get the game up and going in, the competition. I know the African countries getting the European players coming back home, so they're pushing hard. The Japanese players playing in the international leagues, so they're doing good. They have that kind of ability to reach second round, and I think soon enough you will see an outsider country hitting on the top level and getting into the semis and stuff, and it will be good to see that. So I support I supported this and all the South countries.
Yeah.
But I will always was a Brazilian. I like Pele. The days of I was young enough to see him play. So ever since that, anytime I see the yellow and the samba, it's good to go. Brazil remind me of how Renegades has come down the track. When I see Renegades coming down the track with the light on top and then the flare.
You mean All Stars?
Huh?
All Stars has come down the track with that light. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Renegades are the big light that used to be coming down. Every time I see, you can't beat Brazilians when they come to flair and playing the game. enjoying the game, having the fun of the game. I think they really encapsulate the whole spirit of the sport, of the football, and having fun. It's fun. It's good fun. Yes, it's sport. It's serious sports. The game is so emotional, but they have fun. They have fun.
Strange enough though, Dean, Morocco. Morocco showed more flair in that game than Brazil, actually. Yeah.
Actually, I didn't see any of the games.
All right.
Organized that.
Okay.
But
thanks much, Dean. Thanks much.
I thought Morocco had a plenty better game than Brazil in that game. You know what I mean? But also, Charles, as you mentioned, Anand Ramlogan, yesterday, apparently there was a court matter where he won on behalf of a client who had $10,000 in cotton notes. And they were apparently locked out of the country at the time during COVID and couldn't change the notes.
Wow.
So they allowed the notes to be changed, and they awarded the person an extra $30,000 in compensation. So Anand Ramlogan is now calling on the government to allow anybody who have cotton notes, $100 notes, to have them changed. That is going to cause a bacchanal. But guess what? I think it's going to happen. I honestly think we're going to poll it before the week done.
Yeah, because that will set a precedent. Because if I remember, at that point in time, they said that a significant amount of issued money did not come back,
Yes.
But floating outside. So if that is the case, people had our money still.
Remember, pastor had 30 million or something, so?
Yeah.
You remember that story about the pastor with, I think it's 30 million?
Yes.
And that day somewhere, did they seize it? Was he arrested or something? When he went to try to change it?
I don't know what really became of the case after that. I don't think he get back the money, and it had already gone past the time. So, but in a situation like that, he too probably must be going back to get his 30 million.
But they might have to give him it back if that is the case.
Yeah.
Well. I think I have $100 note, $100 note somewhere. I find it the other day. I think it's just one I have. Not me. I don't keep money, cash. But the little that I had, I went and get changed one time.
One time. Yeah. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Sir Charles Wendell.
Morning.
I was calling in connection with that same thing and asked if you could, that could be the subject of a poll tomorrow.
You got notes? The $100 notes?
Yeah. I was waiting to talk to you about. But you brought it up and things. So I don't know if you could pull it and see what happens here, because that's opening a door for all sorts of things. Because I think it's $450 million in cotton notes is still outside.
Yeah, a big amount. Because I remember they said that, from what they have registered, a lot did not, a significant amount was outside.
Yeah, it was $450 million to be exact. That's the figure that the Prime Minister, former Prime Minister, put out.
Yes, it will be very interesting.
Yeah. Okay,
no
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks very much, caller. So if you have that money and if you could get justification now as to why you were not able to change that money if you were out of the country or something like that, you very well might be able to get your money in circulation, because I know a lot of people had that money. There's $450 million somewhere.
Yeah, but if the then government, this is how I see it, when I listened to that matter yesterday, if the then Minister of Finance, because I think they mentioned him as the one who made the decision not to allow it, if the then Minister of Finance had the information, the evidence that this person was out of the country, and locked out of the country due to COVID, why wouldn't you allow something like that? You know what I mean? I think the sense of it is that you were trying to clamp down on money laundering and these drug money and so on, right? With people who had these hundreds of millions of dollars in stashed away. But they were in the country. Why wouldn't you allow somebody who was out of the country to get the money changed. And now that Anand Ramlogan, now that matter has gone before the court and a decision taken, you now open the door for anybody with that money now to get a change, eh?
Yeah.
Because that's what he's calling for, eh? I don't know if you saw, there's a video clip of it. A video, not a video clip, but a voice note of it asking for the government to come to that decision. Allow people to change. So that is going to cause a stir in this country.
Yeah, because I mean, if the courts has made a decision on a particular case, and now he's calling on the government to make a decision, that looked like a big one coming.
Yeah.
That looked like a big one coming. Caller, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you, Wendell, and Richard. Good
morning.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm calling to say that I'm back in Senegal and Spain. I hope that they are both in the finals. And what I want to know from Wendell is what link or links is he using
to see the football. Well, he's on flow.
I've been led to certain links. And what I get is AI and robots and what they call it, video simulation and all that.
Yeah.
And I'm not satisfied with that at all. I don't want to see more robots. And then you have the commentators, like they have one name using in all the matches, your name Buchanan or something. So, and the same phrases all over. Pass back, it's wrong, the left. It's boring in that way for me. So what links I could get?
I don't have a link. I mean, if somebody listening and has a link that they get in the games live, I watch Flow Channel, Rush Sports on Flow Channel. But I have seen it. I have gone on the game on YouTube, and you're right. It's an AI generated thing, and it's annoying to look at.
Yeah, very annoying. Very, very annoying.
Yeah.
Well, okay, well, if any of the listeners know of a live link where you can get real football players and real commentators.
Yeah. All right. I'm assuming you're not. I'm assuming you're not in Trinidad.
No, I'm right here. I'm right here in Trinidad. Yes.
Oh well, get you have flow cable.
Yes, I do.
So you don't have Rush Sports?
Yep.
Channel 5, it's 501, I think, on Rush.
Yeah, if it's on Flow, it's on 501.
I mean, if it's convenient, if it's a chance, you can send it to me.
I can tell you now. I'm going on it now. It is Rush Sports. It's channel. Where you going? It's channel. Where you going? 501. It's channel 501. Rush Sports.
Yeah, channel
right?
501.
If you don't have it on your thing, you might just have to call Flow and get them to put it on. It might cost you a little extra dollars, but it's the only way you'll get it. Right? It's channel 501 on Rush Sports.
Yeah, Rush and Rush Sports and Flow. Right.
RUSH, yeah, Rush Sports, channel 501.
501.
Yeah, okay then. Thank you very much.
Right now, Germany playing. Oh, no, that's a replay. The replay of the Germany Curacao game. Right? The first game is at 12 o'clock today. Spain versus Cape Verde. At 3 p.m., Belgium playing Egypt. At 6 p.m., Saudi Arabia playing Uruguay. And at 9 p.m., Iran playing New Zealand. That's the 4 games today. Right?
Yeah. One person is saying that you will have to prove that you were locked out of the well, I suppose you
hard to do.
You know, your passport and all the other
everybody
things.
Who was abroad was effectively locked out at the time. You understand? Because no flights were coming in or leaving Trinidad and Tobago unless you got special permission by the then minister.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the reality.
So yeah, because it was COVID. It was COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the heat of the COVID, which was really kind of strange to make that move at that point in time, but the government knew whatever their purpose was and guided accordingly. Hello, good morning, Virginia.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Good morning. This is a bumper summer. I mean, football till your eye fall out, quality of the games, and the guys are not looking out for really stepping up to the plate. I mean, yeah. And then we have boat ride on the Jolly Roger coming up very soon with NETT Radio.
The boat ride on the 15th of August.
Right, 15th of August.
Right.
Jolly Roger, be there or be square. That's right.
No problem.
Right. That is how it is, man. So yeah, have a good weekend. I cutting off all the other external stuff there. External. And I hope
Ron,
guys, one time when he ran playing, them boys is behave themselves, all their proxies.
Well, I'm not going to ask you, and all you finally call off the war, and you finally call off the war for about the 118th time.
Is it really off now? Is the oil flowing?
I tell you, I just focusing on all the good things now, right? And and you know who to spoil it whenever it get called off. So what we'll say, but at least they like the footballer, right? And especially since the boss Iran playing, they ain't gonna do anything stupid. So
I hear Pakistan brokered the deal. Is Pakistan brokered the deal?
Nah, Pakistan's a laser. They're a laser, but
Pakistan had a big part to play one player.
Yeah, but still, So that's how it is, fellas. So you all have a good day later.
Okay, take care. Yeah, they say the Pakistan mediate and broker deal.
Yes.
Iran, US agrees to a peace deal with Iran after Pakistan mediation. That's what the article says.
Yes. So let's hope that they behave themselves and done the thing and work.
Yeah, but is Israel giving trouble still?
Well,
Israel still want to send bombs towards Hezbollah.
Yeah. Because see, Israel, when Israel into something, Israel want to make sure that when this finish, you can't come back, And that's how they stick, We have to decimate you, We have to totally annihilate it, We don't want you to come back in the next 100 years to be able to do us anything again. Boy, so that is it. But we're going up to 9 o'clock, so we are almost there. I see Richard kind of join us. Alexa, is Richard here?
Yes, he is.
Why is he though? Where is he? Richard, you're in town. Pass and take me for breakfast now.
No, I'm not in Port of Spain, sir. Actually, I'm reaching as far as Morva, actually.
Where are you in Morva?
That is not your business.
So where am I going Morva for? You know I'm going to ask you, aren't they?
Actually, not Morva, before Morva.
Before Morva? Where that before Morva? Moncton? Sour?
Yeah, sour. Oh Lord. Richard,
You're going Moncton. Well, you know carrying Ricardo gift?
What? No.
All right.
All right. So we're getting ready to wrap things up, guys. It's almost 9 o'clock. So before Richard started to tell you about the play, let me tell you about the boat ride that's coming up on the 15th of August. Right? We will be on the Island Royalty. It's that first official event. And we want you all to come out and support us. The early bird tickets are just $200. And we will be boarding at 7 and sailing at 8 p.m. at Hartscott in Chagaramas. For folks who will need transportation, as we get closer to that, we'll put things in place to make sure we get you there safely in case you don't have a vehicle to bring you down into Chagaramas. Right? We want to make sure everybody could be there. And of course, by hopefully by Wednesday, we'll be able to reach all the ticket outlets so that you'll be able to go and purchase your tickets. And you can also get your tickets from any one of us here at NETT. Make a call. We will get your tickets to you. Right? So just book your date, the 15th of August, and tell them you're going cruising with the NETT crew. You can bring your cooler. Yeah, you can pack your cooler. Just don't put no glass bottles inside it. Right? Put everything in plastic bottles, and once you do that, you're good to go. Right. So I think that's all I have to tell all you for now.
All right. I could just simply say, folks, have a wonderful day. Remember to let go and let God.
All right, so of course, theater is on not this weekend, of course, but next weekend, Saturday and Sunday at Queen's Hall. We are finally at Queen's Hall. I know so many people have been clamoring for us to get to Queen's Hall. So we are finally there, and of course, the show is now in its ending of shows. So Saturday at 8:30, Sunday at 6:30 on the 27th and the 28th of June, we are at Queen's Hall. Tickets are available at all outlets, and all outlets have tickets. So you can get your tickets at all outlets. As well as the following weekend, we are at Naparima Bowl for the last time on the 4th and 5th of July. And all tickets in San Fernando also have their tickets. So you can get your tickets in San Fernando, of course, at C3 Center, K Squared Fashion, C3 Center, Fens by the Roundabout, and of course at Brentwood Mall in Shogunas. They sell both South tickets and Queen's Hall tickets. So you can get Naparima Bowl tickets at Brentwood Mall in Shogunas, K Squared Fashions, or you can get the Queen's Hall tickets there. Of course, K Squared and West Mall only sells the Port of Spain tickets for Queen's Hall. The Queen's Hall box office is also selling tickets from today, and they open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So you can also get your tickets for Queen's Hall at the Queen's Hall box office. And of course, the usual outlets, Electronics in Arima, Jabili Rawi in Tunapuna, and Charflair Auto Services in Charflair, and Antoni's Florals in Valpark Shopping Plaza for those of you in that area. And of course, you can also get tickets for both shows on rsrrproductions.com. You can purchase your tickets on the website, and you will get your email with your ticket. And of course, you screenshot it, you download it, you save it to your Apple Wallet or Google Wallet, whichever you prefer, and you can get your ticket that way, so you don't even have to leave anywhere. And guess what? We do take debit cards. You don't have to have a credit card to purchase the tickets online. You can use your debit card. So, yeah, so everywhere you want to, you can get tickets.
Look at how much things you coming up with for a little play.
So a little play, but what the hell, boy? A little concert. But anyway, so check out the website, rsrrproductions.com. There's a lot to see there. Have a fantastic day, whatever you do, and remember to smile and laugh. It's great for your health. NETT Radio TT continues on netradiott.com throughout the day. And of course, NETT Radio Trinidad on smart devices. You say, I want to listen to NETT Radio Trinidad on TuneIn, and you're good to go. So, of course, we know you have a choice in what you watch and what you listen to, but you have impeccable taste, so you chose us. So we appreciate you, and we will not exist but for you listening and watching us. Remember to support the channel. That's important. It's what keeps us on air. You can just go to the website at netradiott.com. You see the support button, click it and support in whatever way you can. It's important in keeping us on air and getting the variety of views, not only from us, but from you, our listeners and viewers. All right, I've finished my spiel. You have been watching.
Try and get Curry Marcel for tomorrow, right?
Like Sir Charles gone?
No idea.
Like a curse man I call Kareem name or?
I don't know. He got very, very resistant to that suggestion, Wendell, because there was an ominous silence. There was an ominous silence.
Yeah, but who close to the PNM?
Down at the PNM? You the boss. You the head of this media house, you know?
Yeah, but of course, but you know, a direct line from PNM to PNM will make it happen fast.
Actually, Kareem, I've sent him messages and he has never responded to me once. I will quicker get a response from his mom, Shirma. I'll try Shirma.
All right, okay.
Yeah. All right, folks, have a wonderful day. Remember to let go and let go. All right, this has been
The Breakfast Show.
Yeah. I'll learn the jingle for tomorrow, please. All right.
Get up, it's the time to start the day. The breakfast show is here, we bring in the soca way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The breakfast show got the vibes turned on. From Morocco's Bay